Hello, hello, hello. Good evening to all my Truth Be Told TV family. Thank you all so much for tuning in again on another night. Blessings to each and every last one of you all. I hope your day was just as pleasant as mine was. So once again, welcome to Truth Be Told TV. So y'all, we gonna get funky in this thing tonight, y'all. We gonna get real funky in here tonight. We gonna expose the setup for what it is, y'all. So I ask that each and every last one of you all, when you come in, to please hit that like button, comment in the comment section, share our page as well as subscribe to our page, so that when you subscribe, you'll get the notification every time we go live. So I'm about to get ready to bring up my family. So you all, keep back, relax, and let the truth be told. So shout out also to all my moderators in the comment sections. I got my girl V, I got my girl Kish. Traylene isn't in right now. But however, thank you all so much. Thank you all for the work you do as well. So getting down to it, now allow me to introduce my family up here on the panel that's running things. I got my guys, Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass, where you at, love?
What's happening? How you doing, boss lady? How was your day? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yep, peace and blessings, everybody. We thank you for joining us here on
Okay. So I don't know if I'm okay. There it is. I'm like, am I lagging or what's going on over here? Is that my end or your end, Mr. Bass?
I have no idea.
My end?
Don't know.
I don't know, y'all. Is that my end or y'all's end?
I hear you fine.
Okay, but I don't see you on the screen. And I haven't heard anything you said. So, okay,
Wow.
there you go. Now I see you. So, here go the bullshit. So, what's up, Mr. Bass?
Not much.
Here go the bullshit.
Hey,
Baby,
hey.
it's start early tonight, baby. Ain't y'all gonna let us get to what we want to say or no? Okay, go, Mr. Bass. Hey, look, how you doing?
All right. Thank you, Kish. Glad you can hear me. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and we are looking forward to another great program tonight. And peace and blessings to you. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and make sure you click on that notification bell so you'll know every time that we go live. Love y'all. Thank you for being with us. Peace.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bass. I love you. Thank you for all you do, love. Okay, next up, I got my guy, Mr. Mister's in the building. Mr. Where you at, love?
I'm right here. We heard every bit of
Babe, they starting early. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just thankful to be here another day. Blessed. You can't
Amen.
complain. Glad to see everybody come back for another show. And just hit that like and share, subscribe button. And let's get to this content. And peace and blessings to everyone. And let's go.
Yes, thank you so much, Mister, for all that you do love. My appreciations are to you and Mr. Bass. Them my guys, there, babe. Y'all ought to be shout rock.
All right. Peace, boss lady. We love
And
you.
don't be in the comment section getting mad, ladies. I love y'all too. Okay, so
Peace.
shout out to everyone in the comment section. We have Michelle Nolan. Let me see. Let me check out who's in the comment section. So be sure that when you all come in to please hit the like button. Do not be afraid. It does not cost anything. Hit that like button. Also sub to our channel. You know what I'm saying? That would also be great. We got our boy Corey in the house.
All right,
Baby, Corey
Corey.
ain't gonna miss. Hey, Corey ain't
That's
gonna miss out a day, Miss
man,
Dizzy.
that's my guy right there, Corey, man. Shout out to you, Corey. Salute, brother.
Yes,
Corey.
baby. Listen, Corey be in the comment section going in, okay?
Oh yeah, he do. I can't wait till he come
Yes.
up though.
I know, right? I think he still owe me a dance. I think he still owe me a dance. What you think, Miss?
Hey Corey, she said you all heard that leg shake, bro.
I think he still Corey. I think you still owe me a dance. Leg shaking, hey. Shake. You owe me a dance, Miss. Okay? Mr. Corey, you owe me. Well,
Mm,
now he don't, but however, I just want to get him up here. I want to get him up here. Boy, it'll be nice to have you up here, Corey. But anywho, so our girl Tips Love too, she's coming in on tonight. But however, she has things that she has to do, so she will be up shortly as soon as she come in. Also, my guys are going to drop the stream your link in the comment section. So if anybody would like to come to the panel to be able to discuss with us as well as have an open dialogue and talk about chaos, or whatever. Your opinion is your opinion, and your opinion does matter over here at Truth Be Told, because we are a channel with like-minded individuals. We all brainstorm, we all think. Sometimes we come up on things as we're on the live,
right,
So
right.
that's a part of our brainstorming. And I thank you all so much. Shout out to my boy Sir Miguel.
All
Sir
right,
Miguel,
Sir Miguel. What up,
tonight.
brother?
Shout out to Sir Miguel. Sir Miguel being here on Faithful, baby. I love all of you all's energy. You all are a blessing to True Be Told TV family. Also shout out. Okay, thank you so much, Michelle. Hey, the truth. You gotta love the truth, love. You gotta
Yeah,
love
how you
the truth.
doing?
If you don't
Yeah,
love the truth, then there is a major problem.
right.
So
How you
that's
doing,
all.
Michelle? How you doing? Oh, Miss Angela, how you doing?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, hello, Miss Angela. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Blessings to everyone in the comment section. And like I said, I really do thank you all. You all are a blessing, and I thank you all for tuning in again on another night. So, Mister, what's going on, man?
I don't know, but I'm so happy to see some of these people come back, because
Absolutely.
I
It's
always
a
have a good
blessing.
time with them and, be able to talk and everything. It's just, hey, it's a good feeling. I ain't even gonna lie. It's
Absolutely.
a real good feeling, man. They got me smiling over here. Oh,
Oh,
Petey,
Peter back
Petey,
in the
Petey,
house.
how you doing,
Peter,
Petey?
what's up, Peter? Blessings. Peter back in the house.
Right,
Blessings to you all, so it's just a blessing to see everybody back in the house again on tonight. And we thank you all so much. And it's a blessing that we have people, like-minded individuals, also like you all, that also write in the comment section, or you all come on the panel and you all, share the knowledge you also have. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
So it's great. It's a blessing. Hey, hey, good evening. Blessings.
Yeah, I be looking forward to talking to everybody. That's the thing.
Yes.
Look, we got Mr. Marcus Simon. How you doing?
Okay. Okay. I've been with Kelly for 30. Okay,
All
Marcus
right.
Simon. Blessings. So he said he's been with Kelly for 32 years. That's a great friend. And be there. We thank you so much, first and foremost. We thank you so much for tuning in over here to Truth Be Told TV, where we keep it facts and we keep the truth, and the truth is what it is. I
Mhm.
always know that the truth shall keep and make you free. I always remember that, y'all. And we thank you so much, Mr. Marcus, for coming over to Truth Be Told TV. And so, if you would like, you can also hit the StreamYard link and come up and chop it up with us. If not, you can also put your comments in the comment section. I do love to read I love to read all of you all's comments because, like I said, your comments and your opinion matters over here, truth be told. So that's why I read you all's comments.
Yeah.
So don't forget, family, while you all are tuned in, please hit that like button, comment in the comment section, share our channel as well as sub to the channel, please. We thank you all so much for your support and getting the truth. So, Mister,
Yes, ma'am.
what's up? What's going on out here in the world, Mister, with our boy? What's going on?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot been going on. Just so not to get off subject. I seen a wreck today, and
Wow.
played that live.
Oh,
A
wow. Was
truck.
everybody was okay?
No, no.
Oh my God. You know,
Uh,
I be kind of hate to see things when they happen. Also, like when I see the firemen or either the ambulance, any type of rescue vehicle, I begin to pray then because I never know where they're going. I begin to pray to cover wherever they're going, but
right.
it
Well,
was that bad.
yeah, actually, a diesel truck, man, flipped over the bridge. I mean, actually, just
Oh my God.
and as it was going over, it busted into flames.
Oh my God.
So I knew that
Lord,
guy.
have mercy,
I
Jesus.
knew that guy
Praying
didn't
for.
survive. But it was a blessing, though, that it didn't hit any other cars because where the bridge was, there was an intersection right up under there too. So luckily, none of the cars were coming as it flipped over the bridge.
Lord, have mercy, Jesus.
That's a
So
long
did
fall.
you?
With these big highways down here.
Yeah, that's how they are. They're like
Yeah,
that down here, as well as back home in Alabama. They've also made those roller coaster highways there too. So it's all about paying attention, not to be
mhm.
texting, not to be calling, not to be answering the phone. Like especially when you over interstates that are over interstates. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, I believe the guy was paying attention. I think he was trying to avoid hitting someone. End up losing
So
his life
some
trying
must
to
be wrong
avoid.
with the truck, maybe.
I don't think so. I believe that the car might have tried to cross over, and he was, trying to. He was in that far lane, closest to the edge of the bridge. And from my understanding, I believe that he was trying to avoid hitting the car.
So
And
there was a stalled car or no? Or
nah, you know how people drive fast down here. I mean, they speed demons down here. It took me a little bit
oh
to get
yeah, they
used
say
to.
y'all hell on road rage
You
down there.
know,
Down
and
here too. I be NASCAR driving. I
but
just got a
I
damn
mean,
speeding ticket.
sometimes these trucks, man, they swerve a little bit, and the car might have swerved, and so on and so forth. I know they'll probably find a little bit more later on or tomorrow, next few
Yeah.
days. But man, I knew he didn't survive because
Lord have
it busted
mercy.
into flames as it was going over.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
So the news didn't play it back, but hey, but anyway, though, blessings out,
Lord,
condolences to that
prayers
family,
and
to that, yeah,
condolences out to their family. Like
yeah, and
it's sad.
to
Like
the people that seen that, because I know it's shocking.
yeah,
I mean, you
devastating.
you 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 in you in traffic, you in traffic jam,
And then a truck just burst in
just
flames, just
just
boom, just right
come
in
over,
front of you.
the highway, and just hey, but yeah, I
Lord
mean,
have
there's a lot of that stuff down here in Texas. Trust and believe every day, you know. But
Lord have mercy. I'm
you know,
praying, and we send our condolences and our prayers out to that family in Texas who may or may have not, because God is also good, Mister.
yes,
He's
yes.
done the imaginable, like, so.
Well, I know he's good because man, it was cars going. I mean, traffic don't stop up under them bridges. You know what I mean? So it was just a blessing that there wasn't no other cars going when that truck came over that. So
Jesus, Jesus.
so
God was in control.
yeah, it's unfortunate that man lost his life. But God saved a lot of other lives.
Yeah.
So
We send
but
our condolences. We send
yeah,
our condolences as well as our prayers. You all stay prayed up and covered. Please, like, listen, like, listen. When I get in my vehicle, guess what? I pray. I'm always praying. 24/9. I'm always praying. But however, like when I get ready before I drive, when I get in my vehicle, I begin to pray. I cover everything. I cover
mhm,
the brakes, the tires, the windows, the listen, I just be specific. I'll be like, Father God, cover and protect me, each and every tire all around, the doorknobs, the window sheet. I listen, I cover and protect everything.
I got my holy oil now.
Ah,
And every time I get into my vehicle, man, I bless it. I bless it. I'm dead serious.
yes, you have to stay
You know,
covered in the blood,
yeah,
like, because evil out there in awaits. It
yeah,
awaits, so you have to stay covered and prayed up. You have to stay prayed up and just covered,
I agree,
just
man.
constantly pray every move you're making because like it's so evil in this wicked world that listen, look at this young man over in Memphis, how he just randomly just started shooting and killing people, just driving out and recording it as well. Like, so stuff like that. These are the type of demons that we face these days,
Right,
so we have to stay prayed up and covered. No,
man.
listen, I don't care if you leaving out of your door and going to your front yard to the mailbox. Listen, you never know. You just gotta stay prayed up and covered, okay?
Yeah, man. Thank you,
So shout
PDQ.
out to my girl Tips Love too. She done made it in the house. What's up? Good evening, Tips. What's up, Pooh?
Good evening, people. What up,
Hi.
All
people?
right, Tippy, Tippy.
How you doing, Tip Tip?
I am great as always.
How was your day today, girl?
You know me, and once I wake up, it's a blessing. I have no complaints.
Oh, so you caught that nap.
Nope, I didn't. I did not. I don't even know. If I ain't get it by one, I ain't gonna try to get it in. Then I'll be up all night with some
Yeah,
sleep.
because those kids will be there by the end. Well, girl, I caught me a 30 minutes.
I knew something was going on when that clubhouse was quiet.
Girl, listen, I caught
Uh,
30 minutes. I said 30 minutes. I want to give it 30 minutes. It may was 30 minutes, but however, I caught a 30 minute one,
yeah, yeah, I was going earlier though. Y'all woke me up.
girl.
No, you want to talk about
I went to sleep room with them at about 2 o'clock this morning, yo.
it?
Me and Trey Lynn and V, they started going at about 4 this morning. V had to be to work at 5.
Oh, VVS is
Man,
woke.
And I left y'all at 1:30.
I tapped out at 1:41. I was snoring like hell. Trey Lynn, I hear her in my sleep. Who was that snoring like that? That boss lady? Yeah, baby, I was going.
It was taking the paint off the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So Corey, authentic. We knew the fix was in LOL for the 3 counts. He flat out changed the word in the indictment. The corrupt judge said, "Ditch the indictment. Take this." He changed the whole purpose of the indictment in the last minute to force a conviction.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely, Corey, he did, and that's what we stated over here, Corey. I don't think no one caught it because, like, I caught it like right at that moment. It was like we were actually live at the moment, and I was like, "This son of a bitch." He forced the conviction right there, like right in the middle of nowhere. He changed the word, and like, so we over here, truth be told, like we really caught that, like in real life time, like
Right.
But the reason why we are here, you all, the setup. Truth be told, has been telling you all that this was something sinister. Is very wicked and evil from the pits of hell. What they are doing to him and have done to him is very evil, y'all. And we're going to break it down, and we are going to allow you all to see that what we say over at Truth Be Told, we know what we know, y'all. Like we're not out here, even though we have to say this channel, everything we're saying on this channel is allegedly. It's for
Allegedly.
educational and entertainment uses only in the section of 107, 1976. However, the setup is real.
Very real.
The
Very
setup
real.
is real, but I told y'all, family, I said, listen, when those names were threw out, when these demons make their statement, they have to show themselves. That's what demons do. Them demons have to show themselves. We've been doing this digging and this research for quite some time, y'all. We knew what it was, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, how do you come out to like kind of word it in a decent manner to say it is what it is, because like people are out here actually thinking that these people are not doing these things, these deities and demons and fallen angels, whatever they be, they don't believe that they're out here actually doing these things.
Right. But they are, you know.
Okay, so here's Corey says, can you read that, mister? Thank
Yes,
you
I
so
can.
much, Miss Michelle. Blessings,
All right.
baby.
How you doing, Miss Michelle? All right. Mr. Corey said what's crazy is even the media that hates R. Kelly and never report the truth said the judge changed the indictment in favor of the feds and made it easier to convict. It can get more clear. What do you say? Hold on, let me get it. It can't get more clear than, well, indictment changed by the judge, another great appellate issue. In other words, man, it made it easier to convict with the wording, to change the wording. Just a few words being changed, man, just made it absolutely easier to convict.
And it was only
And
one word. It was and or.
And or.
yeah,
So what they did was they made it confusing for the jurors.
right.
And you know what? Bet them about $1 because it's been like what, like almost a week now. No jury has yet to come out, y'all. It's because now that they are back to their normal lives, they're literally thinking these things. If they was not paid, they are literally thinking these things as far as like the judge confused us. Like it's a lot of thoughts going within their mind. But however, you all, the setup began at the gate. The setup began at the beginning of Kelly's his career. This setup did begin the beginning of his career, as well as we're gonna bring you all something. I don't know if you all were aware of Kels and what he had going on in pertaining to some people, and that is who is making him suffer. We also knew that, we been knew that. So for, like I said, everyone that feels that this man and just shut him out, like there's always a reason. Please, I ask you all and I encourage you all to please seek the truth.
True that.
Stop going by what you hear and seek the truth. That's all I ask you all, because it's out there. You all just don't want to, you just don't want to get it. You just don't want to get it. And you all are casting pearls, what you call it, stones, throwing stones in houses, glass houses, however it goes. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
everybody's sin seems relevant than your own sin. Okay, that's how I'm gonna say that. Okay.
Take a look in the
So yes,
mirror.
the setup was real, Miss Michelle. The setup has been
And
real.
and Tasha K kind of made a point too. She said there's a lot of people who love jury duty and high class. Yeah, just get out of work in high class celebrity cases. So those people
Right.
could not never say they've never heard of R. Kelly or anything that have to do with Robert to have prejudgment.
I'm sick of her. Carly, go get your money.
Don't you see Cardi trying to garnish her bank account?
Stop it. Stop it.
What are y'all talking about? I sent it in the chat. I sent it in the our
Yeah,
group.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying,
No,
stop it.
she is, and if I was her, I'd go to it too.
You know.
Because I mean, she plays a part of this too. They had her on the bandwagon against R. Kelly. So now, listen, I told you some call it karma, others call it reaping the seeds that you have sown. So now she done flew that ass on over there to Africa, over yonder, chasing lions and shit after she done did all the dirt she can do over here in the US of America, okay? But anywho, all right now, girl. She went on there talking all that rah shit. Why you talking about you need to take a plea deal? Take a plea deal for what? Girl, bye.
She ain't gonna be what it expected to be.
Girl, bye. He is innocent. Okay? He is innocent, and they keep talking about a plea deal. What do he need to take a plea deal for?
I'm not gonna plead to anything that I feel like I'm not guilty of.
Exactly.
And even if I am guilty, man, I ain't playing the shit. You know,
talking about being a registered sex offender. Like, I'm already 50. I'm gonna just sit this one out, okay? But I ain't about to be on the outside as a registered.
I mean, y'all already had me down as a sex offender, man, years ago. So, man, what the hell, shit, man? I'm just living, man. Why do I need to register any damn thing? Didn't touch nobody but me some grown women.
Whoa, we gonna correct that, mister. Not only were they, can you repeat that, mister?
I said I ain't touched nothing but some grown women.
Okay, guess what? They were overgrown, willing ass women, okay?
Old asses.
Nobody was a victim. They was willing. How that song go? What they be saying? Bust that open and I tell her bring it back, but the bust it open. They was running throughout the world. Listen, they was running throughout the world busting it open, baby. So Kelly was easy for them, okay?
I was over there like, damn.
Shout out to Miss Diane. Let my girl, Miss Di in the house. Blessings, love, blessings. Good to see you back again on another night, Miss Di. But yes, y'all, I mean, they were no victims. Ain't no victims over there. All those with 100, they wanted them coins. Slave. They wanted Kelly coins, baby. And then the government, according to the powers that be, sent them on in there to finish the job.
Look like we're gonna make a little change today, get our Section 8 approved, you know.
Baby, and she still threw it out at all. See, they said that tongue was powerful. She was lying like she had been pimped and freaked out and all that. Baby, get what? Come to find out, get what? The government came right on up and pimped that ass even harder, baby. Now the government pimped her to no max.
Man, look, they don't realize, man, that Section 8 can get taken away.
Why? You see what my girl Michelle said? Why? Mm-hmm. She gonna know that the government ain't no joke. She gonna know that this government ain't to be played with.
Man, I deal with these folks every day, so you know, shit. I already know what they about.
Baby. Out the chain, okay? So y'all, Mr. I'm sorry, y'all. So we're gonna get off into this content, y'all. I'm trying to store burning. So we're gonna get off into this content, you all. So Mr. Bass or Mr. Can y'all go ahead on and drop the content, baby? Thank you, boo.
Tippy.
You are welcome to HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. On the 15th of September 2022, Rkelly was convicted for the second time, this time at a trial in Chicago. Among the 6 counts he was found guilty for were 3 counts of CP. However, until now, we are still dissatisfied with the evidence against which these 3 verdicts were determined. Even the government prosecutors know this very well, the reason they were not as excited when they spoke to the press right outside the Chicago courtroom in the Dirksen Federal Building. The tape evidence used to convict Rkelly presented a number of gaps that will make you doubt its authenticity to determine anyone guilty. In fact, The court should just be clear and tell the world that they determined Rkelly guilty of those 3 additional counts, only by following through the witness testimonies and choosing to take their word. But again, words alone are regarded to be mere hearsay. Without concrete physical evidence, the court had no right to arrive at a conviction. In order to use video evidence in court to back up a conviction, it must meet the following standards. 1. It must be reliable. In order to determine video evidence as reliable, it must have been lawfully obtained and from a reliable source. The video evidence must also be authentic and not tampered with in any way. The videotape evidence which was presented at the Chicago trial, on the other hand, cannot be determined reliable, considering it was not lawfully obtained, and was evidently a collection of multiple clips said to have been selected out by whoever edited the content, to highlight specific parts of the footage the editor thought necessary to lead to a conviction. This was a huge compromise on the authenticity of this evidence, and such cannot be used in court to arrive at a conviction. The evidence was evidently tampered with and not usable in court. According to the findings by Daryl McDavid's lawyers, it was reported that one of the government prosecutors had sourced the first tape evidence illegally from renowned Rkelly witch hunter Jim DeRogatis, and that the two had communicated using a burner email that was later disposed of. It is also said that the prosecutor, through the same email, sought a copy of the journalist's book Soulless about Rkelly. This approach of sourcing evidence is rather illegal, as it's supposed to be exclusively the role of the police to do this, and not government prosecutors. And certainly not using disposable temporary emails. 2. It must be original and maintain an unbroken chain of custody. The recording to be used as evidence in court must be the original recording that was captured at the site of crime, not a duplicated copy. In Rkelly's case, witness statements revealed that the so-called tapes had been duplicated a number of times before being presented to the authorities. Jim DeRogatis in his story himself disclosed how he duplicated the tape while at the Sun-Times offices before handing it over to the feds. And he also stated that he did not receive the tape from any known person. According to his story, the tape was delivered incognito into his personal mailbox by an anonymous person. The claim of an anonymous delivery immediately presents a broken chain of custody, making the video evidence invalid and not usable in court. 3. Its authenticity must be verified. Before any video evidence presented in court becomes usable, it must undergo an authenticity verification by independent forensic experts. It is only after this exercise has been conducted, and the evidence determined authentic in a certified forensic report, that it can become applicable as usable evidence in court to arrive at a conviction. In Rkelly's Chicago trial, however, while the defense attorney Jennifer Bonjean insisted that a forensic expert be employed to determine the authenticity of the so-called video evidence, citing the feds' admittance to the fact that they were not original and a questionable chain of custody, the Honorable Judge Harry Leinenweber was quick to quash her efforts, denying the opportunity. No forensic examination, therefore, was conducted on the presented tape evidence, but the judge and his jury partners proceeded to use it conclusively, and against what the U.S. law suggests. Also important to note is the fact that the way the tapes had been stored over the 20 years remains questionable, considering we hear stories of tapes being flown in and out of Chicago by the likes of Lisa Van Allen and her group, in attempt to extort the R&B king of hundreds of thousands of dollars. If over the years such tapes had not been stored in safe lockers by the feds, they are simply not usable. Meanwhile, this same tape evidence had been presented during the 2008 trial, and forensic experts then had conducted an analysis on it and determined the evidence tampered with. The experts then testified that the tape had been doctored and was fake. Why the court decided to ignore the 2008 verdict regarding this evidence, and instead chose to conduct a fresh trial on the same case, we do not understand. It is believed that Judge Leinenweber deliberately refused to invite forensic experts to analyze the tape, because he believes in the 2008 analysis whose results would not lead to the desired verdict in the Chicago court. To ensure he gets a guilty verdict for the 3 counts of CP, therefore, he turned down this request. If he was so sure that the tape evidence the prosecution arraigned before him was indeed authentic, why didn't he allow the forensic experts to do their job and eliminate the doubts? Maybe then we would believe that he was not trying to be prejudicial throughout the trial.
Right. Whoa.
According to Antonio Pope, in the United States, it is illegal for a judge to direct a jury to deliver a guilty verdict. A defendant is entitled to a verdict that reflects jurors' genuine beliefs, not one made to conform to normative pressures to end a lengthy deliberation, or to meet an implicit deadline imposed by a judge. The jury decides the verdict, not the judge. This was an injustice to Rkelly. The corruption in this case is beyond obvious. Bought testimonies, edited video footage, and a judge that pushed a verdict. I hope there will be an appeal soon. According to Ramona Johnson, this is so unfair. What do these people have against Rkelly? What makes people hate one person so much? This judge needs to be looked into for forcing the jury to find him guilty when they had already made up their minds that he wasn't guilty, and that
Right.
witnesses lied under oath. Much love and praying for you, Rkelly. Clearly, there is no way the Chicago judge could have managed to find Rkelly guilty basing on such unverified tape evidence. And for this reason, the CP charges will be dropped when this case moves to the higher courts of the land. Much as the judge may have wanted so much to find Rkelly guilty, not like that. If he does follow his sentiments again during the sentencing, he may soon be out of a job, and out of a career for incompetence reasons. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now.
You want to hear my reply on that? Damn! I got to go back to that, man, because they already authenticated that it was, man, it was been tampered with, and he didn't submit that into the evidence, you know, because he wanted to get a guilty verdict out of it, man. Man, come on, this dude, man, is shadier, man, he's shadier than motherfucking.
Yes, he was.
Man.
He forced the sentence. He got the. He need to be disbarred. I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, he literally needs to be disbarred. He forced the sentence. He told the jurors what to say. That was very unconstitutional. This judge needs to lose his law license and be, yes, Corey, he needs to be disbarred.
None of that.
Should we start a petition up to seek to get him, you know, to, y'all know how we do, y'all. Y'all know it's nothing to pull up, you know, them law license down there in Chicago, baby, and go ahead on and type that up. What y'all say?
Ain't got no problem with it.
Okay, we gonna start on that tomorrow. That's what we gonna do. We gonna start on that tomorrow.
Somebody need to look into it, you know. That way they can start looking into this stuff, man. Because I mean, man, you know, I say, man, when you bring enough attention to the situation, man, they ain't gonna like that attention, man. So, man, they get his ass on up out of there, you know. And
you have to. You also cannot be afraid to move forward in doing things, you know, because we already know the powers that be, and you know the things that go on, you all. So, like, we're gonna make it do what it do. So that's what we're gonna start on tomorrow, Mr. Tips Love too. That's what we're aiming for on tomorrow, y'all. So, Mr. Bass, if you can hear me, you already know we're gonna have to go ahead on and put the information in where we put the information in and pull up everything we needs to know. So, like I said, y'all, he forced the conviction.
They're appointed, not voted.
Yeah, they are appointed. Yes, yeah. Mr. Bass. You see, Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass said federal judges are appointed, not voted in.
Right. And guess who appointed them?
Yeah. The powers that be. Yeah, that's who he worked. He a part of that club. He a part of that cult, that club. Allegedly, everything we say over here, truth be told, is allegedly. It's for educational and entertainment uses only. We go by Section 107 in the 1976 Act, okay? And it's in the description box as well as it's at the beginning of the live when we go live. Fair use, okay? Already. Everything we say over here is allegedly, okay? But you are absolutely correct, Mr. Bay. So what you was about to say, Mister, I do apologize, love.
Nah, I don't pay me no attention, man. I'm over here, man, just thinking out loud, man. You know, Look, he said Obama appointed Judge Ann Donnelly. Corey said that. Man,
Yeah,
uh,
demonic, deep state.
yeah, and Reagan appointed
Totally.
Lean Weber, whatever his name is, you know. So look
You
how long
gotta
he been up in there.
exactly, Corey. You gotta listen, Corey. You gotta listen when we say some things. Sometimes we be kind of like shooting it out there, but we already know that he appointed her, and that's what it is. And she a part of. You ain't hear me just say she a part of the cult. She a part of that cult over there. Okay. Him too, Lindy Weber or whoever. Everything we say over here is allegedly now. But let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think, Mister? Tim's love too. What's up, girl? You quiet? Crickets.
Oh no, I'm listening to the what you're reading in the comments.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. You know, because I mean they bring up some good facts. You know,
Absolutely. It is so. I mean, I love the family that be in the chat because they be going at it like they be so engaged and coming with the facts and as well, so that part I do love. So Mr. Bass, you can continue to run that content because family. Okay, so first let me ask a question, y'all. Wait a minute, Mr. Bass. I do apologize. Wait 1 minute. So for everybody in the comment section, I want you all to drop in the comment section, who do you all think the setup came from? I repeat, I would like for you all to drop in the comment section, who did the setup come from? Hello, Lady E. Blessings. Good to have you back, love. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Once again, I'm sorry, y'all. Once again, to each and every last one of the family in the comment section, I would like for you all to type in the comment section, who set the setup? Why is Chaos going through this? Where did the setup come from? Where did the setup come from? Shout out to Angie. Blessings, Angie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning into our channel, as well as Demetria Spradley. Blessings to you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I see some of them posting.
Okay.
All right now, Latisse, so sultry. Blessings, love. Thank you all to everyone that's coming in the comment section. Thank you all so much. Blessings to you all. I ask that you hit the like button, comment, share, and sub to our channel, please. All right now. Keep it going, family. I have yet to see the answer, y'all. I have yet to. Okay. So I don't think I'm asking it correctly, y'all. So I don't think I'm asking it correctly, y'all. So only BH is a gatekeeper. But however, it's somebody that's over him. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Where did this setup come from? Booyaka, booyaka, booyah. Thank you so much, Mr. Bass. Thank you so much, Kish. Thank you so much, Angie. Yes. So allegedly, you all, I don't think I'm gonna drop. No, I'm gonna make y'all wait, family. I love y'all, but now y'all gotta wait for a minute. Cause see, I was about to drop some, y'all. Yes, everyone is absolutely correct. That's where the hit come from. We've been telling y'all this. We've been telling y'all this over here for a minute. I'm just trying to see like how long is it gonna take like for you all to catch on to where the setup actually come from, and the setup will actually be broken down. It is the same exact way that they did every last one of them before Rkelly. If they don't put you in jail and defame your character and put you in jail for life and whatever else, they kill you. See, we know over here that they can't go to chaos no other way, because y'all, he doesn't do drugs. He's never been known to been to did any type of drugs or anything of that nature. So they can't do him on the Whitney Houston. They can't Whitney him. You know what I'm saying? They can't Whitney him. So come on, family, let's talk.
The ways that they've been wanting, the ways that they be getting
Yes.
these people, man, they couldn't get him on it, so they had to find a way, you know.
Mhm.
And look, and that's why it
Yes.
took them so many years.
Yes, but you know,
You know,
soon as he, but y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a hint, y'all. Like this is deeper than his masters, his catalog, y'all. Kels was doing the Michael Jackson to Sony, y'all. Were you all aware that R. Kelly was suing Sony? Are you all aware of that? Like, were you all aware that Michael Jackson was going? I mean, that R. Kelly was going after Sony.
going after
Yep.
it. Hey, hey,
So were
hey.
you all aware of that? That was the setup, y'all. Everything we saying over here at True Be Told TV is allegedly. Um, everything we say over here is allegedly, okay? It's for educational and entertainment use only, okay? So it's themed from them, and then it's themed down to the gatekeeper, and so on, so on,
And
so
so
on.
on and so forth.
Okay?
Right.
So
Right.
y'all, let's get it. Go, Mr. Bass. Roll that content, baby.
Let's go.
You are welcome to HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name, Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. If there are people who have had to deal with the US courts numerous times in their lifetime, I am sure R. Kelly is one of them. While many have been real criminals, and of course many others wrongly indicted, and some falsely convicted, R. Kelly's New York indictment was just another wrongly placed legal action against the R&B King. Among the charges that he was faced with was the RICO violation, which suggests that R. Kelly did operate an enterprise of gang members, who were purposely recruited to help him in his mission to find and abuse the women he allegedly kidnapped and held hostage in his mansion like the cases read.
Kidnap.
The allegations also suggested that he physically abused these women to near death, and spanked them whenever that wronged him. The allegation itself sounds so synthetic. It actually sounds like a story from a Hollywood movie producer at the peak of his career, trying to create a love and romance film to be streamed on Netflix. And for this, R. Kelly was convicted in the Brooklyn federal court by a one-judge Ann Donnelly and her jury, which suggested that indeed R. Kelly did operate an enterprise, where he hired individuals that were never brought to court with him, and formed a powerful criminal racket with which he implemented this alleged kidnap, hostage situations and physical abuse of these women. The prosecutors actually did move around the courtroom with pictures of R. Kelly's associates Daryl McDavid and Milton June Brown, which they showed to almost every witness to identify the two men, and state how they were involved in these alleged events. They literally wanted to assume that with these two associates, R. Kelly did have an illegal enterprise. If that had been the case though, one will wonder, why was R. Kelly being tried alone in New York and not with his counterparts? Despite this, even the prosecution witnesses at the Brooklyn court trial did not say anything that suggested these two employees of R. Kelly had in any way played a role in the alleged violations. Nevertheless, Honorable Judge Ann Donnelly, together with his jury of 12, went on to find R. Kelly guilty of this rather important charge, and slapped R. Kelly with a 30-year sentence in the end. Hearing of a 30-year sentence will make anyone think there is probably a murder among these charges.
Ain't that it?
The truth is, however, different. According to Ann Donnelly, R. Kelly needs to do 30 years, only because he was suspected to have violated the RICO charge, which he clearly didn't do, and probably because he is a very black and successful man. I will not lie to you that I know why she did this to R. Kelly. Perhaps she just doesn't love his music at all, and is sure that when in jail where there are no studios, he will not be making more irritating songs she may be forced to listen to. We surely don't know. The events that unfolded during the Chicago trial will, however, cause anyone to doubt whether RICO violations were even a possibility. The associates whose pictures were moved around the Brooklyn federal court have been acquitted in Chicago for any kind of conspiracies with R. Kelly. If they were never involved in any such acts with him, then who exactly is the prosecution referring to when they talk of an enterprise? I am not sure one man alone can be regarded an enterprise on their own. While the Chicago trial registered a win for Rkelly on 7 out of 13 counts, it also did create a foundation to start from while arguing out Rkelly's innocence at the upcoming New York appeal. The RICO charges clearly were simply an overcharge like Rkelly's attorney Jennifer Bonjean suggested, and these will duly be scrapped off his charge sheet. There has just been too much prejudice in this Rkelly case beyond imagination. There seems to be a mission way bigger than to see justice prevail among the actors, causing them to try and find anything that can make Rkelly stay in prison and take away the rest of his remaining life. At this point, I want to believe if the prosecution and the judges had the option of a death sentence for the nature of charges they have managed to concoct, Ann Donnelly and her Chicago counterpart Lynan Weber would gladly consider it. And this makes me wonder, just how cruel can these people be? To wish someone all this negative for nothing should be brain-draining. The good news, however, is that while Rkelly prepares to appeal the New York case, he is not starting from zero. According to Maria Slavinsky, the prosecution both in Chicago and New York are relying on this tape evidence as their lifeline. But remember, the tape is also contestable evidence now, considering its authenticity has not been determined by forensics, and the chain of custody is broken. If this tape gets thrown out, they have no case, and the rest will just be like a game of dominoes. They started the fight, so Bonjean will give it to them. There will be no room for racial prejudice in this country. According to Matilda, indeed, the RICO charges were simply smuggled into the New York trial, with the intention of beefing up charges, so as to secure the longest possible sentence for the R&B king. Remember, if the RICO violation charges were not on the charge sheet, that would be 20 years off. And Rkelly would be guaranteed a life after prison even if the other charges stood ground. Now this is what those after Rkelly don't want to hear. They want to be sure that he will eventually die in prison, and that is their primary goal. In my opinion, if anyone deserves to be charged for RICO violation, it is this very sophisticated and organized enterprise that is determined to break whatever law stands in their way, just to make sure Rkelly does not live to see the light of day again. Thinking through this critically, one may think they have so much to gain from this. But the reality is different. Even the most highly paid mercenaries die regretting the way they lived their lives later, to die so empty. Spending 2 decades hunting down Rkelly must have felt so lonely for the likes of Jim DeRogatis. According to Melinda Jones, Judge Ann Donnelly's interpretation of RICO violation has confused me for a year now. I find it rather conflicting with every other definition I get from referrals and from the books I have read. How could she jump to conclusion that if Rkelly did wrong, then his associates did help him do wrong just because they worked for him at that time? I mean, what's there to guarantee this? Completely nothing. Ann Donnelly shockingly woke up to baptize Rkelly and his employees an illegal enterprise, with no consideration whatsoever of what an illegal enterprise really means. Perhaps she should resign and join Congress, where she can be involved in creating new laws. But per the existing laws, I am not sure she will get what she wants. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications.
Hey, Mr. Robert Bobby, man, would you like to come up, man, and talk to us, man?
Baby, listen him, listen. What we not gonna do is listen. See, what we not gonna do is, but see, I'm not gonna block him. Maybe he can come over here and get some of this truth and be hit with some of this anointing that flows over here. Okay, Mr. Robert, I just haven't blocked him, because at some point maybe he'll. I believe God for people. You understand me? For human beings, I believe God for human beings, Mister. But however, Mr. Robert is the same one, the little troll that's always, he don't ever come on the live. But however, as soon as we our live ends, he got a whole book that he want to write under our comment section.
I just
So
want
it
to hear.
would be nice to
Yeah,
have him up here, right? It would
I
be
would
so
like.
nice to have him up here, right?
I would like for him to just come up and explain what he got because I mean we showing the facts.
Yes,
So
sir.
man, show me what you got, man. That you say, man. That's going against what we got here. You know,
Baby, listen.
If the tape was what he say, right? Why was R. Kelly found not guilty?
Not only
Why did
that,
they? Why did they wait till 2022 to arrest R. Kelly for these charges? If you say that they used the tape and it was authenticated in 2008, sir, how in the world did he get off for that not being him without the girl saying that was her?
not only that, then too, Tip, if he was so guilty and anything else of that magnitude, why are they trying to doing so much to make this man guilty? Like you don't have to do all that if he was actually guilty. They don't have to do all this lying. They don't have to place people on this stand to lie. They don't have to bribe people. They don't have to do immunity deals. Listen, like, make this shit make sense. So, Robert, you don't think a duck is a duck, or do you think it's a bird? Okay, so shout out to Mr. Sir Miguel. Mr. Sir Miguel is on the panel now. Good evening, love. Blessings,
hey,
King. Blessings.
hey,
Good
Good
to have
evening,
you.
boss lady, Mr.
Hey,
Bass. Tip love too. How y'all doing this evening?
bless,
all right,
love. How are you this evening?
Fairly well, can't complain.
yes, sir.
All right, so one of you all want to read his comment and whatever he's saying, because I don't got that. I don't have energy for but you can read it.
Look, it says, hell no, don't you think that Jennifer Bongine at the press conference after the trial would have pointed out that the judge told the jury to find R. Kelly guilty, a sure constitutional
Once
violation?
again, you're not listening and you're just talking, right? We didn't say that there's nothing that she could do. We said the wording. He changed the wording.
Also,
That was facts that he went from or with the video to and. That's what got Robert guilty.
Tip, you know what, y'all? I can't deal with this type of chaotic confusion spirit, because let me show you something. He said, "Why not?" Bo Jean would have said something. If I'm not mistaken, when we played that video on our live recently, Mister, wasn't she on there when she did a press conference? Did she not talk about that, y'all?
Nah, yeah,
Okay, get
definitely.
him up
It's
out of my
about
hey.
change. No, don't move that man. Let that man
Girl,
Let him,
talk.
I ain't
let him
with
talk.
you
Let
with
him
that
talk. Let him
spirit,
talk,
girl.
boss lady. Let him
Let
talk.
that
Let him
man
talk.
talk. We're all entitled to our opinion. That's
Baby, he can't see the
but
flowers.
we can tell that he's not looking at facts, right? He's just
Exactly.
talking. And
Yes.
that's the problem. When he did the change of the wording during trial, she called for a mistrial.
Surely did.
Sure did.
But once again, it's in the judge hand. He continued and denied it.
Mhm.
Facts.
Facts, facts. What you got to say to that, Mr. Sir Miguel? Sir Miguel.
Um, I just want to say this. How many of y'all know where the octopus came from in the New York trial?
Mm.
I don't know, Sir Miguel.
Well, it was the accountant that worked for Robert.
Mm.
Okay, they used that because if you look on the octopus, Julius Darrington is on there, right? He testified on R. Kelly's behalf. So when you look at the octopus and you look at all the names on there, and you want to talk about a Rico, and then you talk about Chicago, it
Mm-hmm.
proves that they had nothing to do in terms of involvement with assistant R. Kelly doing anything.
Hmm.
So I guarantee you that's going to come up on appeal in New York.
Hmm.
That's going to come up on appeal in Chicago.
Hmm.
The octopus was used for what he was doing was he was basically trying to show the people around him, these are the people that work for R. Kelly. The prosecutors use that as saying, oh, this is the enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you take both cases and put them together, there's a lot of stuff that Bonjean is going to be able to knock down, because
Mm-hmm.
She has everything on record. Because even at her press conference in Chicago, and they was asking her stuff, she was like,
She would
I
say
haven't
too
researched
much.
that
She would
information yet,
disclose her
but
information for
I'm
Miguel.
sh- I'm sure there's case law, blah blah blah. She
Mm-mm,
don't never let you know what she's going to do
She
mm-mm.
don't let the right
because
hand know what the left hand doing.
Exactly.
she's
You can't. Mm-hmm.
she's so thorough in her research. And if you look at the young ladies on her team, they all know their,
Yes.
excuse my language, know their shit.
Facts.
That's why so many people are afraid of her, because she throws the government not off their game, but she shows them you can't use the law to break the law.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. So she never let them know what she doing. Like Mister just said, she never let her left hand know what her right hand do. You know, they ask her all the questions. Like, what you supposed to stand up there and be like, oh well, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no,
Nah, she,
they'll know when they see it.
she wouldn't be on this, man, if she didn't know her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because
You know,
remember when she asked the judge, could she get an extension, right? She
Mm-hmm.
already said there was so much information to read through. So I want everybody to think about something. A case of this magnitude, when you got one, two, three, four different cases coming from all over the place, you're not going to be able to read through that information in 3 months, 4 months. So if you think about it, when they told the judge, oh, instead of separating the defendants, they put them all together. So they told him, oh, we're only going to give you 4 weeks, but we have to use this trial. The governor has to use this room for another trial. So everything was a rush.
Mm-hmm.
So she did what she did. She did what she had to do, but everybody want to say, "Oh, everybody's in an uproar because they're talking about what she got to win." She did, because if he got found guilty on that conspiracy, it would have been a whole nother ball game. So now
Mm-hmm.
you take that same information. Now think about it. The government got their information and the tape from the state, right?
Yep.
Okay. If the originally if the tape had no audio, how did it get on this in the federal case? It had to be put there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guarantee you she's going to point all of that information out as well, because even on the stand, the people that had the tape said there was no minors on the tape at all, period. Who did they say? Lisa Van Allen, R. Kelly, and Andrea Kelly. And it was specifically said that he was trying to get the tape to protect his wife because he was thinking about his kids. But everybody want to sit there and say, oh, it was a 14-year-old, it was a minor. The only reason why you're going by a 14-year-old because you're using the Leah as the example, and then the young lady that's supposed to be 14 who evidently lied, because that is not her on the tape, based off the pictures and the stills that I've seen. That is another young lady, but don't nobody want to challenge that. And then on top of that, if it was CP, CNN wouldn't have been watching this shit because that's a violation. Number two, there's strict laws from the federal government about child pornography being online. So when
Mm-hmm.
those tapes were put online, somebody had to verify that, hey, this person is 18,
Yep.
because you cannot go to those sites. It's no different than what you call it, the telephone sex. What does it say at the bottom of the screen? You must be
You must
18
be
years of age.
18. Mm-hmm.
So stop playing with me.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, Sir Miguel, check this out. Not only will they be trying to get that tape, those tapes, that tape, those tapes, whatever. You had Kamora Lee Simmons, all of them trying to get their hands on the tape. So if it contained child pornography, that you literally think they was gonna be trying to get this tape.
Absolutely. The hell no, they wasn't trying to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
my
that
point is that.
man, they listen to that what that man just said. If you said they did forensic on the tape and they knew for a fact that those were those people, they didn't need her to testify.
Hmm.
They didn't need her to testify. I don't give a damn if she said it wasn't her. If they have facts and proof that was her on the videotape, besides hearsay, they would have put R. Kelly in jail in 2008.
Okay,
Exactly.
so in case you all don't know, everything that we say over here at Truth Be Told is allegedly is for entertainment and educational purpose use only. We go according to the 1976 rule and law. which is section 107. Everything over here is allegedly. But keep going, y'all.
So I'm gonna need you to think before you just be talking, because now you just talking about, like, that doesn't even make sense, right? Because if they did forensic on the tape and they could prove the people on the tape, because that was the point, right? Why didn't they arrest R. Kelly in 2008, regardless of the fact that this bimbo said it wasn't her? Do you know how many charges and people call the cops and say, I don't no longer want to press charges, and the law takes it into their hands and continue to press charges? That is
Hmm.
called, once it get in federal, in the police hands, they can do whatever they want to with it. So they didn't need that little girl to say anything other than that wasn't her, and he would have still went to jail. They could prove that was Robert on that tape.
However,
And my,
you all just seen me show a couple of pictures on my phone.
mm-hmm,
Y'all already know who that was, baby. That's who was in that tape, baby. Full grown woman. Let's keep going. Go ahead, Sir Miguel.
and mind you, in 2008, one of the jurors said, "Hey, we cannot identify the young lady on the tape just by visual. We can't say that she was 14." And at the end of the day, they also said they couldn't even determine whether it was R. Kelly because the judge had already said the Rotten Tomato was the tape
Well,
because the so-called mole was moving around whatever tape they had that was supposed to be fuzzy or blurry. At the end of the day, the judge even said it was something wrong. So if the judge said it was something wrong, and they had a forensic expert that said there was something wrong with that tape, and the federal government used that same tape,
double jeopardy.
y'all better pay attention, man, because excuse my language, but there's some bullshit going on at the end of the day.
Yep.
Because there's no way you're going to get the same tape, but it's supposed to be on a CD. But at the same time, the person, Mr. Avenatti, who got the tape from Mr. Freeman, who he was representing, should tell you something. Because
Yep.
this same dude said he went to Walmart to make duplicates. What person you know is going to hold on to something for 19 years that has child pornography on it and then turn around and say, oh,
Girl,
I
and
didn't want to.
Walmart wouldn't have
And
duplicated the
yeah,
tape
how did he
Right.
go to
anyway.
Walmart with that? They
Walmart
would have
wouldn't have
turned
did it.
his
Let me
ass
tell you
in.
what I did.
Exactly.
Let me
Exactly.
tell you what I did as a little kid. I wasn't even little, maybe 13, 14 years old. Me and my cousin decided to take pictures. You know how they had the portable on the throwaway cameras, the little throwaway?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. We decided to take sexy pictures in lingeries. Do you know when my aunt went to pick up that thing from Walgreens, they told her ass, those are kids and we cannot develop that. And they threw it away and not even gave it back to her.
Hmm.
So how was he making copies at Walmart?
Hey, I
Because
used to
it
work
wasn't
in
no
the photo
children on
department.
it. It was lies.
I used to work in the
Thank you,
photo
because they were
department at
grown
Walmart,
women.
and they
Absolutely.
and our job was to call the police.
And mind you, what this fool stay on the stand. Oh, I didn't want to turn the tape over to the police because they couldn't pay me $1 million. That should tell you a whole
That
lot.
should tell you a lot right there, Sir Miguel. You didn't want to turn the tape over because the police weren't finna give you $1 million, right? So shouldn't it, at that moment, if it was child pornography, shouldn't he have been charged right then and there? Let's go.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, the government would not give his behind no immunity for
No
child pornography.
immunity. Mm-hmm.
Period. So they even know it wasn't no child pornography per se.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Absolutely. So, Sir Miguel, y'all family, we about to let Mr. Bass rock out with this. Excuse me. Okay, so Parch said money was the motive. Absolutely, Parch. So when it comes to all the ones that was extorting R. Kelly, all of them that was extorting him, yes, money was the motive. But however, where the hit came from, it was not about money. It's like those people, like, they try to prove their point. They try to prove their point, like they feel like they make you, they gonna break you. So I'm gonna go on mute, family, and let Mr. Bass roll that other content, y'all, in the question that I asked you all. So this right here is about to break it down, and then we're gonna discuss it. Let's go.
You are welcome to H. Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. Some were taken by surprise when news hit the airwaves that Rkelly had been found not guilty on 7 counts in his just concluded Chicago trial. More than half of the 13 counts charges against him in his indictment. Well, for many, especially those that had been following the trial closely, this did not come as a surprise at all. The good news about this, however, is that since the 7 counts in question include that of obstruction of justice and conspiracy, which was birthed by the 2008 trial, then this surely validates his 2008 acquittal plus all the facts and evidence shared in that case. This basically means his lawyers could leverage the same for his upcoming appeals. In fact, if anything came as a surprise, it was the fact that the jury still managed to find Mr. Kelly guilty on the other 6 counts that were related to the alleged tapes. The good news here, though, is that these other 6 counts are lesser charges that will easily be won in an appeal, majorly because they depend all their facts on the alleged videotapes, whose authenticity has not been verified by experts following Judge Harry's denial to have forensic experts examine the tapes and testify about the although
But I
new
thought he said,
supposedly introduced in this trial, the fact that forensics had examined the tapes used in the 2008 trial and found them not genuine, provides a very solid ground for contestation of the ruling on these counts related to the tapes. There would be no confirmation whatsoever that these newly introduced tapes could not have as well been fabricated unless forensics inspect them and prove otherwise. But we all know why Judge Harry Leinenweber would not let any forensics team near them. We could very well equally argue that Rkelly won against a life sentence in this Chicago trial as well, since these critical 7 counts that he won carry the worst convictions of up to 60 years, which would be more like a life sentence for the 55-year-old R&B king. As anticipated, however, the Chicago trial was not short of surprises. It became apparent early on in the trial that we were bound to see a deep level of prejudice in this trial, when presiding Judge Harry Leinenweber started off by rejecting most of Rkelly's pretrial submissions that were evidently valid and needed consideration. That, however, did not derail the Rkelly legal team. It stood its ground on calling out prejudice throughout the trial, and insisted on influencing the jury selection criteria as well, insisting that potential jurors who had watched the infamous Surviving Rkelly be excused from the jury. Although some jurors, who had watched only part of the Lifetime documentary series, that the trials had exposed to have been a mere scam intended to defame the R&B king, actually made it to the jury, the overall jury composition was much fairer than what we saw in New York. Many Rkelly fans have actually gone on to suggest that Rkelly should sue Lifetime for their unfair and unlawful acts, parading women who had had any form of encounter with Rkelly whatsoever that they felt was newsworthy, to make all sorts of unfounded allegations against the I Believe I Can Fly hitmaker, in an effort to defame him. Prejudice continued to show off along the trial when it was discovered that the prosecution's key witnesses were actually testifying under immunity deals that would exonerate them from conviction for evident crimes, including changing statements under oath. How does that even work? Well, the immunity deals that the feds engaged in with the key witnesses simply meant they had been handed a license to lie. It's no wonder that none was even bothered to even keep their stories straight all through their dramatic testimonies. The most drama, however, was from Lisa Van Allen's testimony, where she attempted to insinuate that she was 16 when she first met Rkelly, yet all facts of her testimony revealed she was actually 17, and she was not sorry about it. Lisa was also not shy to confess to extorting Rkelly of $250,000 in exchange for an alleged tape she claimed she had stolen from Kelly when he supposedly left his belongings unattended. In fact, due to her immunity deal, she needed not worry an ounce about her open lies on the stand, as she was still covered by the deal. We must confess, the Chicago trial was the first of a kind in trial history. A trial where testimonies could be easily and conveniently edited throughout the trial period with no form of remorse and no implication whatsoever. This is exactly what Rkelly was up against. What has become of our judicial system? Absurd. But of course, it was evident that the jury would see through most of these unfounded allegations and the lack of concrete, incriminating evidence thereof against the ignition hitmaker. This meant that if the jury was to remain objective and impartial throughout the trial, R. Kelly was bound to see a sure win in Chicago, at least on most of the counts of his indictment. McDavid's testimony, however, that came in much later along the trial could easily have been the biggest trial mistake in trial history ever. McDavid was clearly already in the clear, even before his infamous testimony that did nothing more than try to tarnish the name that R. Kelly and his legal team had steadily built throughout the 4-week trial. Why he felt compelled to take the stand in his own defense, even though that is the last thing any experienced attorney would recommend to any defendant, especially in such controversial cases, one can only wonder. It is very likely, however, that he felt he could further affirm his plea of innocence by pulling off such a theatrical performance on the stand intended to solicit solace from the jury, at the heavy expense of R. Kelly's reputation. It is no wonder R. Kelly went on to lose on some of the counts of his indictment. All that aside, however, R. Kelly's Chicago wins are already a step in the right direction that is gravely owed to his lead attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, who has pulled off a great show for these slightly over 4 weeks of the trial. In fact, Bonjean need not announce an appeal on these counts they lost. Knowing her well, we can be sure that an appeal is impending. She had earlier on announced that she and her team would fight each and every single count of the case, and looks like that's the game plan they have maintained all through, tackle each individual count separately. What a clear demonstration of experience. Now, even with the sentencing still pending, Bonjean has already announced Kelly is already preparing for the other pending trials against him and has shown much optimism about the same. It's easy to trust Bonjean because she promises and delivers. Everyone who has a keen, analytical eye can already read that R. Kelly will be a free man in no longer than 2 years. It's however unfortunate that an innocent man has had to endure all this time behind bars, thanks to the broken judicial system, while the actual guilty individuals are freely roaming the streets. I can't wait to see these appeals argued and done away with. Let's wait it out and see. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below if you feel that this is just the beginning of R. Kelly's journey to freedom. We value your honest opinion. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon.
Alrighty.
Well, I see he has selective hearing. I see he's one of those people. Because regardless of what I said, right, the man on the video just said that they could not authentify that tape in 2008, but you said they did.
Listen, Tip, that's why I told you I'm ignoring it. I just, I told him we
this is what I like. This is what I like. Ain't no other. You can't have a fellowship of everybody that agrees, right? That's why today when Kish wanted to do that, I'm all for that.
But listen though, Tip, what he's gonna do is out of everything that we say or everything that's being spoken, as well as the facts that's being put up on him the screen, he's gonna just pick what he want to pick out of it and twist it. That's why I'm not.
I know he getting something out of it. He getting something out of it because he keep coming back. He keep coming back. He on every video from the first one we did. So he getting something out of it.
Yeah, right. Hold on, Tip. The thing is though, man, we value people's opinion. We want you to come on here, man, because man, this is how we can get to the truth. This is how
Why
you
don't
learn
we hit
something.
the StreamYard link? Hey, Mr. Basil, y'all drop that StreamYard link again. Hey, Robert Bobby. Robert
just
Bobby.
Come on up, man. Let's talk, brother. Let's talk.
Bobby, let's talk about it.
Give Robert Sylvester back his first name, boy. You a sellout.
Oh my God, man. Hey, he need to come on up, man. So Sir Miguel can give him a little bit of this real, some of this truth.
He be writing these paragraphs.
I've been waiting. I've been hoping he come up. Come on up, Robert.
I mean, like Latif said, even though we would like for everyone to at least see what we have seen over here as we have uncovered this case, as we have went through the case, the facts, the paperwork, because it's deep, it's real deep. And she says, belief that they've already formed of him, because most are viewing from a moral view. Exactly. Most are viewing because they are told that this man did these things, and which is all a lie. Like this is so deep. After we discuss this one here, the next content is pretty much basically it's gonna shed some light to a lot of people who do not understand. Like he is not the first person that has endured this, y'all. They
Right.
did this to Michael Jackson. They came when he was a sex, all of this and all of that.
And
Yes, Kish, different views are okay. But however, what I don't understand is if you all have the facts, if people have the facts, listen where I'm going with this. If you have the facts that's there, and if you sat through the trial and you watch what was going on through the trial and not watch CNN, oh no, matter of fact, hold on, I take that back. Y'all know none of the medias was reporting this, right? Not even TSR. They was not reporting what was actually going on in the courtroom. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they wanted to continue to control the mass, okay? They didn't want the people to see what was going on and all the facts that were coming out. So, here we are again. Okay, so let's talk about this content though. Let's go, Mr. Sir Miguel Tisler 2. Let's talk about this content.
Look, let me speak on this real quick. Even though, man, you might see the facts out there, some people, man, have a problem believing the facts, even though you have it out there, because they don't trust that fact.
They blind.
They trust their own judgment. You know what I mean? And from how they perceive, because everybody can read the Bible, right? But everybody get different interpretations of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can't make this man believe, but I'm gonna tell him, man, I was a person, man, that didn't believe either. I already had Rkelly judged.
Sir Robert, I watched the trial, baby.
Yeah, we watched over here, baby. We don't
nowhere in the trial did they said that's it. Even the government agreed that it had been tampered with. What in the world are you talking about?
Hey, look, let me put this comment up there. Look, I'm about to put her comment up.
That man.
Oh man.
Look, Tip, you like this type of hype, girl.
Yeah, Tip, man.
Look, in order to defend somebody with facts, right, you have to have people like that. It wouldn't make sense if everybody agreed. You understand? So I love people like him because obviously he been living under a rock, Robert. And Robert loves our YouTube channel. I mean, see the little cash app right there? Robert loves our thing because he be writing paragraphs, okay?
Baby, so, look, y'all see what Latif said, right? Who got the damn block button? Hey, Latif.
She told us not to call him
I am the host of Truth Be Told. I've been ready to block that ass, but however, everybody's entitled to their opinion. My family on the panel said don't block them. Some in the comment section saying don't block them.
It's
so
good
I'm gonna let them rock, y'all.
It's good debate, and we all gonna have our opinions about it. I want to hear his opinion. I would actually like to talk to him that way, man. You can make a little bit more sense to me.
I'm glad he put his big boy underwear on today and actually got in the chat because he be watching. And he waits for that end button hit, and then he write us this paragraph. So I'm happy, Robert. Keep on. I mean, Barry, keep on commenting.
But you see what the problem is? Is one thing to have an opinion, but it's also one thing to have facts. Exactly. Most people, when they have opinions, a lot of it's based off emotions. But when you have facts that are in front of you that have been presented from the case, that makes a difference, and people will still deny it even if it's written in their face. So a lot of folks basing their opinions off their emotions
and feelings.
Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, the jurors said to the reporters outside the courtroom in 2008, said that we could not identify the young lady on the tape just by looking at it, saying that she was underage. And they couldn't identify to say if it was R. Kelly because of the so-called mold moving around, this, that, and the third. It's the same difference in this case. The judge said it was a rotten tomato in 2008,
Mm,
which means there was something wrong.
mm-hmm.
So if the federal government took that same information and applied it to the federal case, and they heard about the same information that the judge said about the rotten tomato, because even Bo Brindley and Bongine had brought that up during testimony. But guess
Right.
what? The jury didn't hear it. You know why they didn't hear it? Because all they heard was from the videotape, oh, can you do this to this 14-year-old PUSSY? That's what was ingrained in their head. Because like I said, from what I understood, there was no audio on the original tape. So the audio that was placed on this CD was already planted in their head once they heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
That's
Dang.
why the other 7 counts he didn't get, he was found not guilty of, because they was only thinking about the CP when it really wasn't CP. Because at the end of the day, the judge said, "No, I'm gonna deny your emotion, Banjin. The girl is the authenticator," which is a bunch of BS.
Yes. Say it louder, Miguel. For the ones that
So
don't be in the bed, like Robert.
so for those of you that are basing your opinion off emotions, there is a difference. When you have facts that are in front of you, the truth is the truth. Now
Yep.
I'm not telling you what I was told. I'm telling you what I read. I'm telling you what I saw from transcripts, so forth and so on.
Facts. So it's because they have pretty much already based their opinions on, listen, he just gets it. We don't give a shit, get rid of. Like, they are controlled. They are MK'd, and they mindset is altered. That's why I try to tell a lot of people, like, hey, don't take my word for it. So if you got a problem with what we are saying and stating over here at Truth Be Told, please go and check it out for yourself. What you can do is go back to our first video that we began doing and pertaining to R. Kelly. And guess what? Just sit up there and watch all the facts that are brought on this stream. Okay? That's what you can do to kind of help you out. Since you missed it in the courtroom, we have it on our channel. So I see you comment on every live we have, but are you actually watching them, Mr. Robert?
And let me add this caveat, and I probably said this before. You don't need immunity to tell the truth.
The truth, exactly.
So if you got one person who is a known extortionist and has immunity in other states and other cases, and he currently had another immunity deal on the table even before he came to the R. Kelly case in Chicago, that should speak volumes to you. Because at the end of the day, if the truth is the truth, then I'm going to tell the truth and I don't need no immunity, which means all those people who received immunity, they were committing criminal activity
Perjury.
during the time or before. So it is either perjury, PPP loans, or whatever the case may be. Because keep this in mind. One thing about the federal government, they don't miss shit. They'll go back all the way to fucking elementary school and find out if you stole a piece of gum.
True that, true that.
So all them people that got immunity, they either perjured themselves previously or they
Yep.
got caught doing something between 2019 up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
And not even that, like I told y'all before, people never see facts or see anything until it's close to home. And then they be talking about, that's them snitches. They be snitching. That was a
Mm-hmm.
snitch. He told. But that Elisa Van Horn is what? She's a setup queen.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
And see, and for her to lie and say that she was 17 on Lifetime when they had already known that she was 18, because at the Home Alone video, They said you had to be 18 to even participate in the video, but she
Yeah.
wasn't thinking that that was going to come back up at this trial. That's why her ass didn't want to come back to court because she didn't
Yeah.
want Mangini getting her behind. But guess what? She got caught in a lie because what they did was they said 17 was the age of consent in Chicago, true enough. But what they were doing was because it's so-called a videotape or so-called porn. On the federal level, it's 18 for somebody to record. That's if you look at the whole narrative, everybody said 17
Facts.
because they wanted to get their money. And then ask yourself this question: for all those people who settled, no minor can go sign a check or sign an agreement to say I'm suing for $250,000. The parent has to be with them to sign that information in
Mm-hmm.
order to get that check. So one or two things: they were either 18 and over, or their parents signed off on that to get that check.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that it? They sure couldn't cash no check that big,
Exactly.
without the IRS looking at that shit too,
Mm.
Come on, Robert. I'm waiting for
Mm-hmm.
the link. I'm waiting for the link for your facts.
So did you all drop Robert the link since he has so much
Yes,
opinions within his
No,
yes.
feelings and
he said he
emotions?
was gonna drop
I
his link
dropped it,
facts. So
Mr.
wait.
We don't
Basin.
need we don't need a link. He said he's copying and pasting a link. No, we asked that if you would like to, Robert, please hit the link, Mr. Base. Can you all drop the link in the comment section? So what we want you to do, Robert, is tap on that link and you're gonna follow the directions, sweetheart, and then you're gonna be up here on the panel. We would love to, have you to come up to the panel, love.
Huh?
Okay, so there is the link. The link has been dropped. Kish said that man not coming up there. Look, so Robert, the link has just been dropped by True by Told, True Be Told TV. So there is the link, Robert. Please hit on the link so you can come up to the panel, love. We would love to have you. Well, they would love to have you. I'm not gonna
one step at a time, boss lady. He actually dropped it in the live. Give him a couple more days. He might get the strength to come up here.
girl.
Oh my gosh.
It was told that if you don't have nothing to say good, don't say nothing at all. So I'm quiet. Look, kids talking about we scared them men away from the panel. No, we did, girl. The link has been dropped, Robert, so you can come up to the panel and be able to chop it up with some truth seekers, the ones that speak the truth and seek the truth, which is I myself, boss lady, Mr. Sir Miguel, and my girl Tips Love too. So you are welcome to come up here, because we speak the truth and nothing but the truth, okay? And we
Man,
speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And no one can tell us how to think over here. We think for ourselves, Mr. Robert. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Bass said he sent him the personal link. Thank you, Mr. Bass. Kish said, how many have y'all run away, family? You being one of them. Your ass ain't coming up here. Shut up, Kish Ahmad. Okay, so Corey said that guy window shopper said it took the lion den.
oh my god. Man.
Bed.
Look, hey, I heard Sir Miguel break that down. I was like, oh man. This show got quiet over there in the chat.
I know, right?
Man, it's good to sit and listen and learn.
Yeah.
And if you have any doubts about it, man, just remember what that person was speaking to you about, and then you do your own research on it, if that's the case, man. But you can't just be one-sided, man. You have to look at different angles, man. And if the facts is right there in front of you, and you doubting the facts, that is the facts. I'm like, I mean, this man. I don't know. I don't even have a word for it, man. Mr. Miguel, you summed it all up in a nutshell, man. And I think, man, it was well put. man, and some people, man, ain't gonna handle that. So, just hopefully, man, he took that, as a lesson learned. And man, whatever link that he's finding, man, hey, bring it to the table. If you got some evidence on that, let's compare it. Let's see what we got.
Parch says he will be back, but to say my bad, I was misinformed. That's even if he admits it. A lot of people, they pride sets in, they won't even admit to look. Like, they won't admit to, like, look, I was wrong. I should have looked deeper off into this. Like, I got my little sister, my boo Kish. She said, y'all mind is made up. It's no questions. However, with the made up mind, it's the facts. It is the facts, Kish. It is the facts. We're not like, y'all know what? We probably should have been over him now. But I'm just saying, like, wouldn't they have believed it if we was over here lying, y'all? They'll be like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But the truth is being spoken, like, they got so much to say. Well, you know what? I can't even get mad because the Lord told us that, y'all, like, in these times that we living in, lies is truth and truth is lies.
And see, what's unfortunate is it's no different if, and I'm gonna use this analogy. If I'm the preacher, and I told you something that made you feel good, you're gonna keep coming back.
You're gonna keep coming, yep.
But if I told you the truth, you're not going to return.
Nope.
The problem is most people go to church to feel good and not to get the truth.
Not to get delivered.
Because if the truth hits you dead square in your heart, you're going to be so uncomfortable that it's going to make you change or get you to think that, you know what?
All right.
I am messed up. The problem with society is they want a feel good story. They want something to make their emotions feel good and be soothed by the message. But when the message hits you dead in your heart or in your face, it's going to get you to think.
Yes.
Then you're going to start researching within yourself. See, the problem with most people, when they read, they only read at the surface level. They don't read to get to the root. Once you get to the root, then you can build back up. So guess what? You have grown. You have produced fruit. So guess what? Then you are fulfilled. So if your cup is half full and you're not getting it full to be filled up to get thirst, then guess what? You actually have an empty cup.
You better come through. Come through, Sir Miguel. Come through. Come on now. You better say it, baby. You better say it.
Because keep in mind, everybody is not going to get the message. Some people will get it and grow like wildflowers. Some people will get it and be dull. Some people will take it and say, "Nah, I can't do that." So you're not going to get everybody to see the truth. They will be blinded because of their pride and thinking, "Oh, it's this, that, and the third." But when you research and you sit down and you study and you look at things for what they are, when it's in front of you, then you can have a clearer vision. But a lot of people don't want a clear vision. They want partial vision because guess what? I'm still in my emotions.
All right now.
Man.
Come on now. Preach, Sir Miguel. Come on, Sir Miguel. Preach it, baby. Nothing but the truth. Okay, so Mr. Bates, if you would, sir, can you please drop that next part of that content, y'all? I had it mixed up on my end. I apologize. I'll be shooting out so much content. Now, here is the part that you all are gonna see in pertaining to Rkelly and the setup. So let it rip, Mr. Bates. Thank you so much, love.
You are welcome to HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Sony Records is a very big corporation that invested billions of dollars in putting in place the necessary infrastructure to manage the production and distribution of music in the United States. Sony has over the years expanded to other parts of the world. The corporation did go shopping for many smaller record labels back in the 90s, and inherited all the deals with artists who were already registered with such companies. Back in 1995, for example, Sony ATV Music Publishing was established when Sony decided to get into a joint venture with Michael Jackson. The joint venture quickly acquired EMI Publishing, and today owns over 3 million copyrights. Just like Sony did with Michael Jackson, they did with many other record companies. Sony bought Jive Records, a company that had been created back in the 80s, and was largely successful with hip-hop and R&B artists, along with managing various dance shows in the Midwest. However, they did not do this directly. Jive was first acquired by Bertelsmann Music Group, commonly known as BMG, in 2002, and BMG was later bought by Sony in 2008. Jive Records thereupon remained a unit owned by Sony, until later in 2011 when it dissolved and was completely absorbed by RCA Records. This is how great artists such as Rkelly, who were working under Jive Records, were completely absorbed into Sony. It is, however, important to note that Sony's dealings with great artists have never gone without lawsuits. Sony and Michael Jackson, for example, at one point had to settle their endless lawsuit out of court, when Michael decided to sue Sony for releasing posthumous album featuring songs sung by an impersonator. It is at this moment that Michael Jackson's wars with Sony started. Sadly, when an artist picks up a fight with Sony, it almost 90% of the times end in either death or life in prison. Too bad for Michael, it ended in death. Sony seems to value its money-making engine more than the parts that make up the engine. The greedy and selfish corporation would rather do away with a few valves, than risk losing the entire system that makes them billions of dollars every year. It's not difficult to notice the pattern of events that follow when a great artist picks a fight with Sony. That's usually when the series of endless lawsuits begin, and a swamp of accusations that are well marketed to the whole world to hear and judge you get started. In other words, you cannot question Sony and get away with it. And when Sony starts a job on you, your life will technically be under threat. It's either they send you to life in prison, or you receive an informal death sentence. What's happening to Rkelly is not so different from Michael Jackson's experience. The moment he opened his eyes to the money that Sony was not remitting to his bank accounts, and threatened to sue for billions of dollars, is when his troubles begun. And not so many people are brave enough to discuss this matter. It's more like going against a monster company and expecting to win the fight. However, among the people who had come to support Rkelly on the day he was convicted at Brooklyn Federal Court was his godson by the name D'Angelo, who among many was brave enough to speak about this sensitive truth and put Sony Records on the weighing scale. Take a look.
And now say he is a guilty man. Why are you saying this isn't true if this is what justice has served, so to speak? Tell us your side.
Because I believe that it was all a plan from the beginning. The government knew what they was going to do, and Sony knew what they was going to do, and Sony wanted to push the narrative out to the media, to the world about him doing this, so that they can keep his $1 billion that they owed him when he asked for it. And then when he went to go ask for his $1 billion, when he went to go ask for his $1 billion from the industry, then all of a sudden all these allegations came about, and then they started investing into things to destroy his name. If you look if you Google search his name, you see all these bad things.
Let me ask you, did you watch Surviving Rkelly?
All Rkelly did wrong was start asking for his money, and then the big fat corporations started their usual work of defamation, just like they did to Michael Jackson, killing his public image. When they failed with Michael, they went about other methods. In fact, Rkelly is likely safer in prison at the moment. When he gets out, he needs to be careful what he eats and drinks. He needs to hire a new personal doctor and stay away from major music awards ceremonies that Sony has a hand in. While we may know who executed the lethal dose, we will never know who is behind the death of Michael Jackson. At least not in this lifetime. It's just very difficult to go against a narrative that has been sold with billions of dollars. I personally do not believe that the so-called women's group in New York City hired the Cessna that flew over Sony offices, carrying with it a banner with the infamous words "Mute Rkelly." I mean, who has money to waste? Sony only wanted to justify their dropping of the partnership they had with Robert and chatted the plane in that regard. All the so-called women's group needed to do was make the payment. Where the money came from, they do not have to disclose. As for Michael Jackson, Sony later silenced his family when it bought out Michael's shares in the Sony ATV partnership, and remitted slightly over $500 million to his children. This was definitely a better bargain for Sony after Michael's death. It may look a lot of money to the children and their mother, but surely, I am certain the value of Michael Jackson's shares were probably 10 times the remitted amount. What hurts the most, however, is the way Sony will do whatever they want to an artist and get away with it. Sony doesn't really care about fans and will take them for a ride when they choose to, and take away their favorite artists only to satisfy their financial needs. Considering it's the fan base that powers Sony's success, perhaps we should consider muting Sony instead, for there are alternative corporations doing an even better job. Otherwise, we have a big problem. According to Ashley Davis, it is this truth of the matter that saw Rkelly get emotional during his interview with Gayle King. I don't understand how people could not hear the pain and frustration in his voice. When he got emotional, I felt his pain. Rkelly was cheated of all his money by those he worked for, and extorted by the people he loved. And you will notice that these people are merely being used against him by a much bigger power. Rashonda texted Robert and told him don't let the devil win. Meaning there is a bigger force driving her to make the allegations. Interestingly, she turned out to be an agent of that what she talked about. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And
All right, y'all. So let's talk about it. We've been saying since day one. Shout out to my boy Daddy Lolo. I also ask you all to sub. If you all have Facebook, please sub to Celebrating Rkelly on Facebook. Shout out to Daddy Lolo. He come through the comment section sometimes, so shout out to my guy. Also, y'all, we've been stating that due to the research that we've been digging and what we've been stumbled across, that indeed that's when Rkelly's issues begun with Sony. And we've been trying to tell people and forewarn the people that the same thing happened with Kels has happened with other people within the industry, within the media, okay? In the industry, whatever they call themselves. See, when you don't play by their rule or their game, they either kill you, they hide you, something happens. Also, when you all get a chance, search up Coolio. Coolio said it best, y'all, as well as my boy Cat Williams. Cat Williams been stating the truth. Y'all seen when Cat Williams began to come out and start speaking against these entities. What happened to Cat Williams? They started locking him up and doing everything, y'all. It's right in your face. Like, it's in your face. So the powers that be is what Rkelly is dealing with. Like, that's also what he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, let's talk about it. Mr. Sir Miguel Tipson dropped out. She may tap back in. So, y'all, let's talk about it.
Man, help me out here. So, there's a whole lot to talk about, man. But I mean, we just have to sit back and wait, But
dang, was it that much of a bombshell, Mr. You stuck? Sir Miguel.
Man, I'm just, look, I'm just, my stomach hurt behind some of this stuff, man. Just listening to that, man, I felt like my spirit got broke there for a minute, man. I'm like, man,
well, you all know that
this is dirty stuff, man.
You all knew that in heaven, Satan, Lucifer, the devil, whichever one you all want to call him, right? You know, he was the head musician. He was up there running the music in heaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what has happened when his ass was slung down here to this earth. You understand me? It's still going on, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, listen, for history repeats itself. It's still going on because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Music, it touches your soul in a type of way. So
Mm-hmm.
when I say it depends on certain music that you listen to, you allow it to enter within your soul. It enters your soul, y'all. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why these people be on the rampage that they be on with these spirits, these entities, deities, or whatever you all want to call them, okay? Listen, that's why they do what they do, because they going through the music. If it's not them signing over their soul, they're targeting these people to put out these certain type of vibes and energies about killing and doing all of this stuff. They also do dark things over this music, y'all. Y'all gotta understand this, and so what it is, Kels is not playing by their rules. He will not play the game, y'all. He is not playing the game, period. So that's why they came like they came. Absolutely. He want his money. He want what's due to him. Master's money. He want it all. Son is not having it. They think they God. They try to be God. They try to play God. You get what I'm saying? So they allegedly think they gonna make you, and then they can come back and snatch it and break you. So this is what they're doing, y'all. They're trying to hit so deep off in his pocket. They're trying to break him. They're trying to break him and have him just thrown away in prison, but it's not gonna happen like that, y'all. So you want to speak on this, Sir Miguel? Okay, also we have my girl Tips Love too. She's back in the building. Tips. There you go, love. You all want to chime in about the content and pertaining to Sony and what you all just experienced there?
Well, see, one of the things that gets me is in the reporters always say, "Have you seen the Lifetime?" And I always go back to something what Dominique said. She was talking about the good things about R. Kelly, but they wouldn't allow it to be in. They edited a lot of stuff. Remember when she was crying on there? I think I saw that little part of it because I didn't even watch it, the whole thing from the beginning to whatever. I just saw that one little clip where when she was crying, it was like, oh, she crying about R. Kelly. No, she was crying because they pretty much did the opposite of what they said they were going to do. They wanted her to speak ill of him, but she was like, no, tell about the good part. So they took all of that stuff out. So when everybody looked at the Lifetimes uh, series, you think about it. If you even look at the pictures, how they had the women on the pictures, it was the background was all dark and gloomy like and stuff like that. So you get that put in people's head. So if you fast forward from all of that, when R. Kelly said he went to the bank for the first time, he only had $300,000 in his account. He was questioning where his money was going. And not only that, the president of SunTrust said, hey, there's some funny stuff going on this account. So he was letting them know. So he closed it because there was some unusual activity going on because Mr. Kelly wasn't the one who was handling his money. He had different people dipping in his hand because all this time he thought he had all this money. So guess what? Go fast forward, go backwards a little bit. When he started questioning stuff, then all the extra stuff come out because you remember there was a clip in the video he was with his friends and they were singing and they were smoking cigars. He said they should have done this 30 years, 20 years, or 25 years ago. He knew something was coming. He was trying to get ahead of it. But guess what? The people in this camp got into his ears. So everything went down here from there. And if you don't believe me, go back and look at some of the clips. He was actually speaking and saying, hey, they coming after me. Farrakhan told him, they going to come after you, but you're going to be all right. But you're going to have to go through this. A lot of people weren't paying attention.
And he signed, listen. Farrakhan Ben told him that also as well. He prayed over Kels. And when he prayed over him and signed and wrote on the book, he stated in prayer when he told Kev, "You about to endure, but you gonna come through it." Like it's
Because what did he say before that? He says, "I've been waiting on you."
I've been waiting on you.
And when Farrakhan say he been waiting on a person, you know what he telling them? I have something you need to hear from God Almighty because you running. So I'm going to deposit this information in you so you can be covered while you go through it. Because a lot of people don't know. Even during Bill Cosby thing, they was talking to him too, but you don't hear about that. And speaking of Michael Jackson and R. Kelly too. Now I want y'all to think about the so-called marriage certificate when it was in the Vibe magazines. You know it's 2 different certificates in there, right? Now mind you, for 2 years, the FBI was looking into R. Kelly even during that time. They still didn't bring charges against him. Now mind you, if he married somebody illegally, they would have put his ass up under the jail cell back then. So y'all gotta look at the play.
Told you,
you gotta look at the play.
Told you, Mr. Sir Miguel, that was a play out the gate, baby.
Okay, so okay, y'all see, I see that. Let me ask you something else on that, since kind of ended, but I mean, I just seen that picture of Michael up there, man. Scared the hell out of me. I ain't gonna even lie, with them
Lady
fingers
Love
up there,
watching
man.
you, Mr. Lady Love watching you.
I mean, they flashed the Michael's picture and it scared the hell out of me, man. I'm like, whoa, I said they did this brother wrong a long time ago. So, man, how long you think, man? Do you think he was under their claws a long time ago? Because I mean, he did go from dark skinned to light skinned, man. I mean,
well,
I didn't know that man up there. I like Michael, man, but I didn't know that man up there on that picture. I'm like, where's that?
Well, you got to think too. When they even did him wrong, they made him look like he was scary and all this other kind of stuff too. So during that time, the FBI followed him around for 10 years. When they came back and says, "We ain't nothing there."
Damn.
As a matter of fact, TMZ has a documentary on, I think it's Hulu, and it's talking about the investigation of Michael Jackson, his death. They've uncovered some stuff that some executives said about Michael Jackson's death. I haven't got a chance to watch it, but y'all need to go check it out just based off what I heard from Big Boy on the radio and what's the dude that run TMZ, the lawyer, I forget his name.
I'll watch it only because Sir Miguel, I'll watch it only because you stated in it, you asked. But however, I don't like to deal with them either because they are a part of that machine as well.
Oh no, I get that, but what I'm saying is they uncovered some stuff that what's the Dr. Conrad Murray was talking about in terms of other people that was there that day. They made it sound like Dr. Conrad Murray was the only person that was around Michael Jackson. He basically said he was trying to wean him off, but also Michael Jackson would like to. He also liked sticking the needle in his arm, with whatever that stuff they use. But there were other doctors there that day as well. They uncovered that, so that's why they wanted to go ahead and do the documentary.
Which part, Sir Miguel? Because I stated over here, I tried to warn and tell the people as well. Now, y'all know that the actual doctor that went and did those couple of years behind allegedly killing Michael Jackson, no, he was not the one that killed Michael Jackson. However, he was just the allegedly doctor that taken the fall. But no, there was another doctor that killed. Everything we say over here at True Be Told TV is allegedly. We go according to the 1976 Section 107 with everything is entertainment and educational use only. It's for entertainment and educational use only. But let's go, Sir Miguel. You are absolutely correct. He was not the doctor that allegedly, he wasn't the doctor that executed Michael Jackson. However, there was another doctor did. This
Mm-hmm.
doctor here just was the one that taken the fall. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because
But
think
people don't
about
know that though. They don't know
it.
that.
He only did what I think 2.5 years, 3 years
Yep.
in the LA County jail.
Yep. And guess what? They were sent. Absolutely. So Michael also spoke out about the absolutely, Teresa. So if you all noticed that when MJ did that last interview, and I think it was Reverend that man Jesse Jackson that was standing on side of him, control opposition. He was standing on side of him after. If you all go and check that video out, when Michael Jackson talked about, what Sony did when he held that sign up and he was talking about what Sony did and blah, blah, blah. Right after that, he was out of here. Mm-hmm. And Latoya, she also had came out and, stating and telling the people that they killed her brother. Her brother told her everything. Like, she was coming out saying things, but however, when she was going on certain little interviews and exposing it, they shut her down.
Right.
They made that whole look crazy.
Man,
Exactly.
they had Toya looking. I remember that. Oh man, I remember that. I was like, man, damn, come on, Toya now.
And peep this. When the Jackson's estate end up selling the catalog back to Sony, the next day it was worth $2 billion.
So well,
Damn.
so that it was actually triple that, Sir Miguel, because they had to pay off his family true and that little money. It wasn't shit. It wasn't nothing.
So if they had kept it right now, you probably talking about 10,
Man,
15,
damn.
$20 billion.
Yeah.
Now I want everybody to observe something.
That's what they trying to do to boy Chaos.
You got a lot of these artists saying they want to sell their catalog, right? Now I want y'all to think about something for a moment. Why would you sell your catalog for actually pennies on a dollar? Kanye said he want to sell his for one. I think his is worth $175. See, the problem is the very same industry that you're either selling your catalogs back to, or these little independent investors and so forth and so on. They're making their family tree rich.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So your legacy really don't mean anything once you give up everything.
Facts.
See, that's why Dr. Claude Anderson wrote the Powernomics book. He gave a blueprint how everybody else does it to make their community wealthy, to extend legacies from generation to generation. And when I got a chance to go to his seminars back in the late 90s, and I'm actually sitting there listening to him, and I'm taking notes and going through the book, and I'm following page for page, I'm going, damn, it does make sense. He broke it down to the simplest form. But the problem with us, we don't want to sacrifice. We want to get everything now.
Now, right now, we want to right now fix. Absolutely, Sir Miguel.
So as soon as we hit rock bottom, we go, oh, damn, man, I should have did it that way. Sometimes instant gratification doesn't always work in the long run, because you end up losing more in the end versus taking it one step at a time in the beginning. See, these power structures are setting themselves up and their families up. Look at the Walmart family. It's still in the family. Look at the black, the what I call it. Look at the hair business. Who runs that?
China.
But
them peoples, we know, Sir Miguel, them peoples.
So at the end of the day,
they rub elbows with China. Don't let them think they don't.
We lose every time because we're willing to sell everything and not keep anything.
Yeah.
No, look at BET. When Bob Johnson sold BET, it went left.
Yeah, you right about that.
Sold it
And
to the white man, and the white man
he seen it coming,
black
man.
with
That's
the
why he
face.
got on up out of there too.
Hey,
Exactly.
baby, honey, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet over here.
So
I'm gonna be on my best behavior, but
I'm a shut up because I didn't talk too
BET.
much.
Now you don't gotta shut up, Sir Miguel. Yeah, BET also have been the black face for the black people. Been throwing them on the buses for many years. Okay, let's keep going.
Don't you see they sold
So
it to a white man, but they got a black lady face like she own it.
right, and that's why I tell people
They been sold out, but keep going.
Tavis Smiley, who I respect dearly, he owns everything because Prince encouraged him to own his stuff. So when you get a chance, go on YouTube and go to I think it's KBLA. Check out some of the content. They keep it black, they keep it funky, they keep it real.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
why
with
they destroyed Wall Street. They don't want
mm-hmm,
they don't want us to have nothing. Like
mm-hmm.
you gotta know they coming. Like, yeah, they coming. But it's
So,
well, you gotta stand up to be able to face those powers that be, you know.
and so when you think about R. Kelly's situation, and I'll say it again, he's gonna be blessed tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
But see, at the end of the day, his children are sitting in the middle of all of this. Now they're questioning everything
Yeah.
because of what they're hearing. But see, the mother, the ex-wife,
Mm.
didn't do what she was supposed to keep the legacy intact. What she did was say, "Oh, this, that, and the third, so
She
forth and
was
so on."
selfish and thinking about her own personal gain. And when she see they used her ass and threw her back out there, now she want the yeah. But keep going, Sir Miguel.
And that's why she didn't want to participate in the second part of Lifetime
There
because
you
what
go. Because they didn't give her what they
they
promised her.
didn't give
Okay, let's
exactly.
go.
So with that being said, y'all don't want to see the rest of the smoke because it's coming.
All right now. They ain't ready for it, Sir Miguel. They ain't ready. We got our boy J Rock on the panel. Shout out to J Rock. What's up, J Rock? What's up?
My beloved brother J Rock, what's going on, brother?
And
All right now, J Rock.
man, what's going on? What's good? Truth be told, what's good, Mister Sir Miguel? Like always, appreciate you. And what's good, Tips? And I caught the little part earlier when y'all
How
talking
are
about
you?
I'm doing just fine. I caught a little bit of part earlier when y'all was talking about the music industry. Y'all played that little clip. I think it was R. Kelly's godson.
Mm-hmm.
Having an interview.
Mm-hmm. My
So
boy Daddy Lolo.
yeah. So what I did was I pulled this clip up.
Mm-hmm.
Got Big Gip from the Goody Mob on Beehive TV. They talked about
Hello.
the music industry.
Hello.
So it's about maybe 6 minutes or so, but it's a real deep clip. So just sit back and check this out. I think y'all find this real interesting.
All right now.
And like I said, this on Beehive TV.
I told y'all some more smoke was coming.
Beehive. All right now. Mr. Bass. How many minutes you say that is, J Rock?
About six.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Bass, can you pull that up for me real quick and go ahead on and post it in on the panel? J Rock, can you go to the private chat and post it in the private chat so Mr. or Mr. Bass can go ahead on and pull that up?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay, thank you, love. You all can keep talking.
See, I knew some more smoke was coming as soon as J Rock popped in. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
All right, I just posted it in the private chat.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, love.
But yeah, there was just some
everything that was being said was already confirmed, what I pretty much already knew.
Yep.
I mean, for a long time. I mean, when I started putting two and two together on it. I mean, you want to tell me that this is about his so-called depraved behavior, but you wait until the 2018, a month after his 25th anniversary, his 12 play album, to release Surviving R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
When that album was about to hit its silver anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here it is right here.
Okay, you all. So shout out to my boy J Rock coming to the panel and bringing us something else. I ask that you all sit back and watch the content. Please be vigilant, listen, and keep your eyes on and pay attention, family. Thank you so much, J Rock. Let it rip, Mr. Bass.
Yeah. And that's why them people don't like. They ain't gonna never. One thing I learned very early in the music business. If you've been raised, they don't like you.
Mm.
They don't like you.
Yeah.
Because you come from something.
Yeah.
They need a motherfucker come in here and treat them like, man, please, you my daddy. Show me, ooh, please, man. Whatever you say, I do it. You know what I mean?
Why is it? Because this is my last question, Gil, but you done got me started with what you just said right there. Why is it that when you ain't saying those magic words, I'll do whatever, you can't get nowhere in this goddamn music industry? If you come in there with your 10 toes down as a man and say, hey, man, this is what I want, this is what I can offer, can't nobody hear that. They got to hear you say, I'll do whatever to get something.
Because, man, it's the devil's playground when God ain't involved.
Mm.
This the devil's playground when God ain't involved. This is the biggest witch. This is sorcery. This is witchcraft. Music is witchcraft.
Yeah.
Because you can change a whole world by putting out the right song.
Yeah.
So you got to understand the power of music.
Mm.
So if I'm an oppressor or if I'm a person like, God damn, like, okay, we're going to have to open the world up. We're going to have to pay these niggas more. Man, well, shit. We got to pay them to self-destruct. We can't pay them to goddamn be wealthy. See, I'm gonna overpay the ignorance, and I'm gonna underpay the intelligent. I'm gonna turn the intelligent mad and bitter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm make an ignorant nigga everything.
Nigga! No, you just snapped. You just came in this thing and snapped. That's all I need to know right there. That was my personal question I had. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
And then see, it's just like right now. I could walk past all them execs, man. I don't care where you with, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care Craig Cowman. I don't care who you is, man. I can walk in there and walk out of there with my balls in my drawer, man. Kel, Sylvia Rome, I've been signed by him.
Yeah.
L.A. Reid, I've been signed by him. Atlantic,
Yeah.
Sylvia Rome, Julie Greenwald, Kaiser. Yeah. Been in all their office, and I walked out of there with my balls in my drawer, man.
Come on, man.
Because if they own your balls, you're gonna be in a mental hospital.
Woo.
See?
My God.
You're gonna be in a mental hospital. Cause think about it. They paid niggas to be gangsters.
Yeah.
They'll never pay you to be smart. You want to be a gangster? Oh, here you go.
Take it
$1 million.
off.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Come in there with some brains. Oh. Can't make no money with this nigga. Come on, man. I need an ignorance.
Yeah.
Ignorance. It's just ignorant sales.
Yeah.
To black people.
Mm.
We sell trauma.
But how is y'all able to do the opposite and sell real stuff?
Because we read.
But how was y'all able to cut through the industry, or did it get to a point where they had to stop y'all and say, all right, no more of this stuff?
What do you mean? They stopped the record label.
Mm.
They disbanded
Yeah.
LaFace.
Yeah.
They disbanded the label. We got a gold record out, #1 record, and woke up the next morning and said, "Hey man, LaFace, they just sold that for 145 million, man. Y'all gotta figure it out." Wait, in the middle of the record. Where LA at? Oh, he went to school. He went back to school. He went to Harvard. In the middle of the record. See?
Yeah.
So you got to think about it. LaFace, a giant.
Yeah.
Represented intelligence.
Yeah.
The best of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Destroyed overnight. Next thing you know, he pop up, he was pink. So you went from the blackest to now your artist right beside you is, we coming to New York, we taking New York over with pink. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to think about it, bro. Like, it's like counter pro, man. Every time we get somewhere and start getting strong, just like that Death Row shit was incredible.
Yeah.
If he had the mindset to say, hey, stop with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Stop with the bullshit. We ain't just made 400 million. We got more money than Puffy, everybody. Stop with the bullshit. Nobody said that. See, that's the problem with our community, man. We don't stop bullies in their tracks. See, my daddy era, you couldn't be a bully like that. They kill you.
Yeah.
Kill you in the South. You couldn't show up on a nigga block. Hey, nigga, we gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't around here trying to kill us. You around here doing that? We're gonna kill you. We're gonna take you out in the bum. We're gonna let 8 hogs eat you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think where the leaders, when she started getting out of hand, nobody said nothing, man. Nobody said nothing, man. Nobody said, hold on, man. Let's all get in the room. Hey, man, we making too much money. We right here fighting about some bullshit.
Yeah.
But we making millions of dollars. But we fighting about some street shit. You only become a threat when you have them come up, them conversations.
Yeah.
As long as you out here doing all that gangster shit, they sit around and look at it. That little stupid ass nigga, man. Niggas ain't scaring nobody. Man, I send the National Guard down the street, man. Clear you niggas out, man.
Yeah.
If I want to.
Yeah.
So just think about it right now. If all of us, you gotta understand, bro, when Suge them ran up on Puff them and the boy got laid out in the street. Give it without. Seen it? Yeah, I sure did. Seen it. Laid right out there, blood was laid out there. Damn blood. That shit fucked up, Charlotte. Messing with the New York nigga. Gonna get you every time. But same time, when Wolf came into Magic City tonight, he got killed looking for Meech. Same shit. Energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Energy, bro.
When I saw that 7-minute clip, I had to watch the entire interview. Because he dropped so many gems on that one clip.
Yep.
Because I stopped in my tracks when you said it's a devil's playground when God ain't involved.
Yes. We just talked about it up here. The same thing he did in heaven and disturbed the heavens up with that music. He on earth doing the same thing he do best. Okay.
And see, I was always wondering about what happened to LaFace. But then when you broke it up, he said LaFace got disbanded overnight. They sold it for 145 million. Y'all gonna have to figure that out. Like what? He said in the middle of the record, we got a gold record, #1 record out, and you just disband late.
The money.
You know, where LA Reid? Oh, he went back to Harvard. He went to school. Y'all had to figure that out. What?
Yeah.
And see the homie Big Jake who got killed in Atlanta when that little thing with Suge and Puffy had. We played ball together in middle school. So, when I saw that, I was shocked as hell because he was a good brother, And even though he was from the other side, I had much respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Suge wasn't smart enough to think that I got this empire. I need to stop this dumb shit. The
Yeah,
problem he had was he was trying to hire all the homies in the hood who still had that street mentality. So doing all the dumb shit that he did, now you see he's locked up until probably 72 years of age. Had it all. But see, when you blinded and you can't see the real truth and true light, that's what you get.
absolutely. They compromise all of them, Sir Miguel. You know,
Oh yeah.
they compromise all of them. They're not gonna allow you to make nothing. Going back to how you stated in what you said, they keep it within their family. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so they're not gonna allow you. They'll let you think you getting or doing anything. They coming back to snatch. That devil don't play fair. Period.
I mean,
The biggest trick of him doing was to get people to think that he did not exist. Right.
right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What you said, Mister?
I just don't get it. I'm like, man, what do you want? Because I mean, you already controlling everything, man. So, what else do you want from a person? I mean, I don't know, man. It's just messed up, man. That I'm learning so much more about this music industry. Shit, I'm glad I didn't, really get in it.
Wicked, wicked, wicked. Okay.
Because I have my musical talents,
Yep.
I ain't no singer, ain't no rapper, ain't none of that, but I know some instruments.
Yeah.
So, but man, it's a scary feeling, man, because I've auditioned for Quincy Jones back as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Thank
fact
God
that
God got
yeah,
you up out of
yeah,
there, baby, because he would
yeah.
have put the Tupac move on you, okay?
Yeah, and and the fact that I play piano, that was like a plus, but I didn't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then look out a few years later, Tevin Kevin came out. I was like, damn,
You know,
you know.
Tupac came out before then when he was dating his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Big gatekeeper. They take anacondas. Him, Clyde, everything we saying over here at True Be Told TV is allegedly. It's for educational
Not in
and
the
entertainment.
comments.
You said what? What'd you say, Tiff?
Boss lady said they all take anacondas.
Anacondas. They do. They all take anacondas, baby. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's not act like we don't know what's going on over here, okay? They know what they gotta do. And your boy, what his name over here? What his name over there begging for souls, baby. He looks so shriveled up and dry, honey. He over there, please, please, y'all. I'm looking for executives. Baby, look, that demon over there is thirsty. Y'all don't see that? He over there, he's searching for a soul, Lord. And so many people are gullible and want some so quick and want the money like they don't even see what we see. I'm sitting there the first time I seen, I said, oh my God. He's so desperate, y'all. He thirsty for some souls. Like I literally seen this. Y'all don't get what I'm talking about, do you? Like this nigga literally did a whole rent for some souls, y'all. And don't nobody see this but me.
It's, man, I don't know what these people doing, man, but I know it ain't right. I just know that, I see something going on, man. I might not know exactly, but I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, him over there. The one him over there that played a part in Bigot allegedly and all that. Y'all didn't see his rant and when he went on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he went on Instagram begging for souls, y'all, that demon is thirsty over there, y'all. Like I literally seen it's like, oh.
Take that.
So Taffy says she seen it exactly. Y'all know what I'm talking about. For those who know, you know, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, it was not y'all. I seen it. I'm talking about he looked sick. It looked sick over there. And
R&B is dead.
Y'all should have seen it.
Mhm.
Like, hey, y'all, listen. I'm talking
That's
about
what he said. R&B is dead.
he ran. Yes, he ran.
Mhm.
It running out of time. It needs some souls over there, y'all. Hmm.
You talking
Huh.
about take
It
take
needs
that?
some souls.
You talking about take that?
Yeah, take that.
Mhm.
Take that. Who'd have had everything in the industry allegedly?
Take that.
Baby,
Oh,
everybody ran through him. Probably ain't even got an asshole. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I want y'all to think. I want y'all to think about something. You remember when Master P first came out, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Nobody
one.
been, nobody wanted to sign him, right?
Right.
Another one. Let's go, Sir McGill.
So what did he do?
Sacrifice his brother. Oh, allegedly, everything we say over here at True Be Told TV is for education, and entertainment purpose and uses only. We go by the Fair Act of 1976, Section 107. Everything we're saying over here is allegedly. But let's go, Sir McGill.
The reason why I'm bringing him up is because think about what he did then versus the so-called 360 deals now.
Okay.
See, he flipped it he flipped it on their head and put it back in their face.
Hmm.
Y'all not finna
So,
get me. Y'all not finna get me 49%. Y'all
mm,
gonna give me 51 plus.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
That's how he was able to get his money.
mm-hmm.
And see, he was telling y'all do it independently, but get a distribution deal. But everybody wanted to sign
Baby, he a
because
whole what you call out here too, Sir McGill.
oh yeah, you know. I'm just saying
A whole control opposition too.
if you want to do it the right way, you don't have to sign with no record label. Just go independent and do your thing.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But you know,
Yeah.
Um,
I just
But they
because
still
I wish
go through
I
getting a
wish
distribution deal in which they go through them peoples right there with the big E that come with them 5-star rings and all that.
right. But see, when I say that to say this, if black people, I'm gonna say melanated folks, become distributors, then you wouldn't have to go to them people. And
Absolutely.
and see, and that's why I go back to the whole thing when Dr. Claude Anderson was talking about powernomics because he was trying to set up he was trying to create these fish distribution markets and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful laid out plan. But you know what our people did? They turned his back on it.
Mm-hmm.
He had it all laid out. Nobody wanted to support him. He wasn't trying to go through white folks. He was literally trying to go through the black community. So if we do distribution and all this other kind of stuff, you can level the playing field for us to move ahead. But as
Mm-hmm.
long as you go up top, they're only gonna give you crumbs.
Yeah.
man.
But them crumbs gonna look good to you because you haven't been
You ain't
fed.
used to it. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you go eat at their table, the plate look good. But trust
Mm-hmm.
and believe, you actually eating off paper.
Facts.
You're not eating
Man.
off the good stuff, the China.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, family. Well, family. Well, family.
Man.
This was a good live on tonight, y'all, and we will indeed be back on tomorrow. I want to say shout out and thank you so much to the guests on my panel, which is my boy Sir Miguel and my boy J Rock. I thank you
Yes,
all so
blessings.
much for
Yes,
tuning
blessings.
in. Shout out to everyone in the comment section. I ask that when you all leave out to please hit that like button, comment in the comment section, share our page as well as sub to our channel so that when we go live, you all will get the notification. I thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much with blessings and love from True
Hey,
Be Told family. Blessings, you all.
before you go.
Yes.
Special
All
thank
right.
you, Robert.
Hold on. Um, I don't think, man, too many people, man, understood what he just said. And man, it just kind of just clicked. It just kind of clicked in my head. You know,
Okay.
so you know, Sir Miguel, man, you make a hell of a point, man. You know, said, man, you thinking we eating off that good China, but we really eating off this paper.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't catch it, but I caught it.
Yeah, just so you didn't
You
catch
know
it,
what I'm
mister.
saying? Listen, I'm just saying, you know, some people might not have, you know, and I had to pause for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, you know, and it just came, it really came to me then. So, you know what I mean? I caught what he was really saying, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I just want to say, man, you know, true
You can't
words,
eat
man.
with them,
Yeah,
mister. You
yeah,
cannot eat with them. Just when you think you're eating,
yeah.
no, you're not eating. Matter of fact, they eating on them damn, you know them what them little plastic plates is? They get their ass plastic plates. With them damn healthy. I don't think
Hefty.
they let them eat off healthy. They probably let them eat off Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. What y'all think?
Mm-hmm. Them Dixie plates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The one that if you put too much juice or don't put no soup in it, cause get what they gonna do
Mm-hmm.
for Miguel.
They fall apart.
All right now, come on now.
Man,
That
I'm just
part.
saying, man, that, you know, I caught it, man. You know, I was listening, man, but you know, the last part of it, man, it didn't sink in. I was like, you know, and it just hit me. So, you know, I had to let you know, man, I caught the message.
Right
So,
on. Let me throw this other caveat at you real quick before we go. And I talked about the table, right?
Mhm.
Where do you think they sit you at the table?
Hmm.
at the end,
Uh-uh. They sit you
No.
at the front of the table to make you feel like you're special.
Yep. They will you in.
So when you looking at that plate, it look like China,
It
but it's
look
actually
good.
paper. It look good.
Mhm.
See, that's the way the devil got to Eve, because
Deception.
he was the most beautiful angel out of all the angels.
right?
So you see what I'm saying? So everything don't always look good. Like they say, the grass ain't always green on the other
Yeah,
side.
Amen. Come on, Sir
and
Miguel.
all glitter ain't gold.
Yeah.
See,
So that's how they get you.
I got you. I got
Hmm. Like said, Satan's biggest trick was to get people to think that he didn't exist. Let that
Mhm.
marinate. Deception. It is this.
you.
So y'all,
Look,
anything else?
I enjoyed it. You
Family?
know, I enjoyed it. You know, I'm always getting some facts up here. You know, I call it, you know, some brain food, and man, and hey, you know, I'm smiling right now, man, because man, you know, that one really sat with me. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
and man, you know, that's what's up, man. I appreciate them, Miguel, J Rock, man. You know, everybody in the chat. You know, thank y'all for coming.
All
No,
right, and
no
so
problem.
this concludes the end.
This
Were you saying something, J Rock or Sir
Yeah,
Miguel?
yeah. I was just saying. I was just saying. No problem. And I appreciate being on, even if it was kind of at the tail end. So I'm
That's
gonna ask you.
okay. You
It's
still
okay.
here, J Rock.
It's
That's
okay, man.
okay.
You know,
You
Okay.
still here and you bought some
man, I'm
diamonds,
still
okay?
smiling, man, because I've been sitting here smiling all night. You know, it's my avatar on. You know,
Yeah.
sorry, y'all. The avatar is on. The camera's not on, but man, it's been a long weekend also. So you know, but man, I appreciate it because man, you know, man, if I would have missed tonight, I would have been missing a whole lot.
Hmm.
So
That part.
you know, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and I thank y'all for coming up in here tonight for real. You
Thank
know.
you
No,
so much, Mister. Thank you so much, Mister. Shout out to Mister. Shout out to Sir Miguel. Shout out to J Rock. Also, shout out to my girl Tips Love too. Don't forget my boy, Mr. Bass in the back. Thank you all so much. Good night to each and every last one of you. We will be back again on tomorrow at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You all have a blessed night. Also, if you all would like to check out Clubhouse, you all can come in Clubhouse. The link is there in the comment section. We are 24 hours. We talk about everything. So y'all have a good night, love. Blessings.
thank you. Blessings. Y'all have a great night.
You
You
too
too.
now.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Shout out to my moderators.
And Robert.